Jesus, give me this. Can't see. Okay, I'm gonna do both. I like both. And I guess for me, it's like, it's trying to stay consistent with who I want to be, who I don't want to be, right? Like, that's a huge one. YouTube, what's up, YouTube? And so, something that also gets me going is, who do I want to be? And that's a question I highly recommend that you ask yourself. Like, who you want to be, not just what you want to get, right? Like, yeah, I want to get a six-pack, but who do you want to be, and what's that man do, or what's that woman do? That's super important. And so, that's helped me out in my life. Who do I want to be? What does that person do? They work out, they eat right. All right, well, I need to learn how to train. I need to learn how to eat. Who knows how to train? Who knows how to eat? And how can I get either as close as possible to them? How can they help me? Because that's what I did. I found people who look the way I want to look, and I asked them for help. I'm a big component of going and asking the person you admire, somebody that you look up to, or someone that and asking them, what do you do? How do you do it? Can you teach me to do it? Fastest way to get to the result you want is to get as close as possible to the person you want to be with. I've had many coaches. I've had business coaches. I've had fitness coaches, mental coaches. I've hired 2 psychologists. I've trained with psychologists. And sometimes I worked with psychologists, not just for my own benefit, but because I'm like, okay, if I work with a psychologist, what questions are they gonna ask me that I could potentially ask my clients? Because I'm like, if I'm ever struggling with certain things, I know there's people out there who are also struggling with that. I struggled to put on muscle. I struggled with knowing what to eat, how much protein, how many grams of carbs. I struggled with knowing what workouts work best with what, so I can hit different muscle groups. And so as I got answers to the questions that I wanted, right, I got results. And that's why when I come on here, I'm like, I know the pain you're going through. I know it sucks to be stuck when you're trying and you're not getting the results you want, whether it's in the gym, whether it's in your mindset, whether you're lacking discipline, you're lacking consistency. I feel like being stuck is one of not the best places to be, right? How do you find what you generally want and to not waste that mental time and stick with that? How do you find what you generally want and to not waste time? Okay, so that's a beautiful question, right? What's up, Prisma? What's up? So I got TikTok Live, YouTube Live. Well, here's the thing, brother. So you have there's only remember this. There's only 4 pillars in life. There's health, wealth, relationships, and spirituality. Okay, you can categorize your life in the health department, in the wealth department, in the relationship department, and then the spiritual department. So you can look at your life and be like, okay, well, what do I want physically? What do I want career-wise? What do I want to do? You know, what relationship do I want? What spiritually, where do I want to work on? For me, growing up, the first thing for me was my fitness. First thing was fitness, but why was it fitness for me? Because I didn't have confidence, I had low self-esteem, I got bullied, I didn't think I was good enough. And so that version of me found working out. I found somebody who had a cute girlfriend, my boy Chris, who I used to play baseball with, and I wanted what he had. He had a girlfriend and I didn't have a girlfriend, and he had confidence, he looked jacked, right? He had something I wanted because I didn't have it. And so when I asked him, hey, can you teach me how to work out? At 12 years old, my mom didn't work out, my father didn't work out. My mom's from Colombia, my dad's from El Salvador. So they didn't know about fitness. They weren't out of shape or anything like that, but they didn't really know about working out. What's up, Big Gay? Big Gay, what's up? So I had to go ask him. So first things first, when you know what you like, right? There's a reason why you might be watching me. Whether you like the tattoos, you like the physique, maybe you like the way I speak, you know? You just stamped what I said to you a few months ago. What do you mean? You know, so you already admire certain things of people. Acquire what you admire, I would say. You know, for me, it was like having like working out, having a body that I was proud of. From there, it's like I wanted a cute girlfriend. Then I was able to get that. From there, I was like, okay, at one point I wanted a motorcycle. Okay, a buddy of mine worked all summer long to get a motorcycle. Let me do these fucking push-ups real quick. Let me do these push-ups real quick. Knock these bitches out. It was impressive, right? Fun time. Angel. What's up, Angel Batista? How are you? Let me see this. Let me see. Yeah, perfect. So, when I say I know what you want, like genuinely long term, I find over time my interest falls off since reason. Well, give me a second, Alex. So, it's gonna be chill out. So not showing up the way I had at one point. Well, so this is beautiful, right? Perfect. So have you ever in your life experienced that? I have YouTube Live, TikTok Live. Have you ever experienced that in life? You start off strong, but then you stop showing up as much. So I want you to think about your job. Think about your job. Think about how many times you've been working there and how many times have you not wanted to show up? Have you not wanted to show up to work, but you still showed up to work? Why? Why did you show up to work even when you were hungover, tired? Maybe you hate the job. Maybe you don't like your coworkers. 2 reasons, only 2 reasons you still showed up to work. Number 1, you're gonna get paid. So the money, you put a lot of meaning behind the money. And number 2, accountability. If you didn't show up, your boss would notice and you would get fired. Okay? And then and if you didn't show up and you got no paid, then you would lose your phone, you would lose your rent, you would lose your house, whatever it might be. So whenever it comes, what's helped me, whenever I wanted to build a better body, I had someone teach me how to get results. I didn't just start working out by myself. So once I started to get results, I started to see different. That had a reflection on my life. When I was skinny, low confidence, low self-esteem, nobody paid attention to me. The girls didn't pay attention to me. The kids bullied me. When I got in better shape, girls started to pay attention to me. I started making better friends. I walked with more confidence. I felt better about myself. I had more energy. So it's the same thing with work. You might not want to go, but the money you get allows you to have your car, have your food, have a place to eat. So whenever you start to give up, right? Whenever you start to give up on like your goals or things like that, it's because you're just not getting the results you want. What's up, Nana? Thank you. Like if you're giving up on your goals, it's because you're not getting what you want out of it. If you kept going to work and they didn't pay you, would you show up? I don't think you realize how important it is that you actually follow a plan that gives you results. The only reason at times you still go to work when you don't want to is because you're getting paid. If you were going to work for weeks and then 1 week you just didn't get paid, you'd be sketched out. You'd be like, okay, I didn't get paid this week. Okay, I'll give it a shot next week. And then you go the next week and you don't get paid again, you're gonna fucking quit. Like, why am I gonna keep putting all this effort, and I'm not getting any money back? Why am I gonna keep going to the gym and the scale is not moving? Why am I gonna keep going to the gym and the mirror isn't changing? Now, I'm not gonna go, right? And then you're going to the gym, you're walking. So it's like, it's so important that you ask yourself, do I have a good plan? Right? Do I actually have a good plan? Imagine driving around with a car with no address of where you want to go. You're just driving around in circles. Hopefully you get to where you want to go. No, you're just wasting gas and you're gonna go back home. Yeah. So looking up to someone in those 4 pillars, how would the results look in those? Going back to looking up to someone in those 4, how would the results look in those? That's up to you, my brother. Like, when I was bodybuilding, I looked at bodybuilders. Sean Ray, we have Sean Ray, we have Bob Parrish, you have Frank Zane, you have Franco Colombo, you have Arnold, you have Tom Platz, you have Lee Haney, you have Dorian Yates. I had like 8 different bodybuilders. Flex Wheeler, you know. There's so many different people. I would cycle through all their videos. I would cycle, you know. Why did I pursue bodybuilding? Because I didn't want to go to school. You know, I dropped out of college to go 100% into bodybuilding. Why? Because I hated school. Like, I'll never forget, I'm sitting in my apartment. I have 3 roommates. I have 2 roommates. Sitting in my apartment, I'm failing all my classes. I don't fucking like school. And then I see a video of Arnold Schwarzenegger, a motivational video of him, and he's just working out. He's like doing his thing. And I'm like, bro, that's what I want to do. I don't want to sit here and fucking go to class and learn about shit. It was my first semester. I'm like, why am I doing this? And so I dropped out. What's up, Sumaya? How are you? I dropped out. And I moved back home. I was 19 years old. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I want to do that instead. That lights a fire in my soul. So I went back home. I went back to my lifeguarding job. I had a lifeguarding job. I moved back home. I got my lifeguarding job back, stayed at my mom's, and I just focused on lifting, being a lifeguard, and that's it. And eventually I got another job as a trainer at a gym. Yeah, how's life? Good. I'm here in Chicago. In Chicago, right? And so then, and here's the truth, like, you just gotta try things out too, you know? I think in life right now, there's so many people telling you, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this. You know, sometimes you just gotta have a conversation with God. Have a real, truly honest conversation with God, you know? Look at the things that you've always had a burning desire to do. And then ask yourself, why am I not doing that? Why am I telling myself I can't do that? No? Do you branched to growing those other pillars back then? I mean, I'm still growing them now, brother. I'm still, you never reach the top, right? Fitness-wise, right now, my goals are to do mixed martial arts. My goal is to stay in shape, stay in good shape, do mixed martial arts. Jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, MMA, that's my goal. So I make sure my eating's on point. I make sure I'm lifting. I make sure I'm doing jujitsu and those things like 4 or 5 days a week. Boom, there. Business-wise, even now, it's okay. What is my long-term goal with business? Like, do I want to grow a bigger company? Do I want to open up a gym again? You know, do I want to like you see what I'm saying? Like, how can I refine my offer? How can I get myself out there? What don't I want to do in business? What don't I like doing in business that eventually maybe I can do something else but still produce the same results? Relationship, I'm in a relationship now. You know, how can I make sure that we have a good relationship? How can I communicate better? How can I, like, even when I didn't have a relationship, I focus on what do I need to get better before I got my relationship, right? Let's go back to business, right? I started a business because I enjoyed training people. I became a personal trainer at 19 years old because I didn't know what else to do. But I knew that I loved the gym and I loved to help people. That's what I knew. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that I loved the gym. It changed my life to this day, and I wanted to help people. And so I became a personal trainer. And so with that, it started opening doors for me. I started to train people. I started to get really good at it. I started to work with, I started to hire new coaches. I'm like, I want to learn more about nutrition. You know, how can I help people like actually lose more body fat? How can I get people to actually get in better shape? Because I was never overweight. I was never overweight. So I was like, okay, like I build muscle and I did, but how do I help someone who's actually overweight? Well, I need to learn more about like how it looks like to actually lose 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds. How do I do that? How do I design that for somebody? How does it actually look? So I hired like 2 or 3 different coaches to help me drop my body fat, understand how macronutrients work, understand how supplements work, understand how to actually keep someone accountable. Once I learned that, perfect, then I was able to apply it. I had success and I had failures, right? I have a TikTok live. You know, so I had success and I had failures. I'm trying to keep both of you here, you know? And I had good clients, I had bad clients, you know, good experiences, bad experiences, but that's part of it. You know, I had to go and talk to people to have them be, do you want to be my client or not? No. I had to deal with a lot of rejection, right? So in any area, like you're gonna have to go through some failure. It's not supposed to always work out. And that's what I've learned, man. Like it's not supposed to always work out. I lived in California, that didn't work out. I lived in Jacksonville, that didn't work out. I lived in Miami, that didn't work out. I moved to Gainesville, you know? So I would say, what's helped me, what's up, brother? What's helped me, what's up, so the dread, let me do these push-ups too. Let me do some more push-ups. We're just knocking out these push-ups while we do some live. Hello. So, ultimately, mentors help me, man. I've spent a lot of money, man, on like getting people to coach me, and some have been good, some have been bad, right? Not all coaches are great. I've had good coaches, I've had bad coaches. But, you know, there's times where I did feel lost. There's times in my life where I did feel lost, where I'm like, what am I gonna do? And sometimes I run into that as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because I sometimes believe that when we're lost, we end up finding our way. Well, at least I ended up finding my way back to God. Because I kept trying to think I knew it all. You know? Or looking here, looking there, I'm like, sometimes you just gotta go back to God. I keep him in my life every single day. I worship him every single day. Every morning I worship him. Because he also gives me faith. Because something I've learned is that where we really want to go is usually towards fear. Where we really want to go and where we should go, right, is behind fear. What are you afraid to do? For me, at times, think about like a relationship. You know, going up to the girl and saying something to her, or even saying no to some of your friends. The fear of not being around people, you know? The fear of not like feeling guilty of saying no. Some people are just, they feel guilty saying no to your friends. It's like, I know what I want. You're not really helping me get there. Like, no. And it's like, I was never really afraid of being alone. I was never really afraid of being alone because, you know, I can do both. Some people, you might be afraid of being alone. And I would truly believe if you're afraid of being alone, you're not in good company. But that's where you deal with everything that needs to get done. Right? Spend some time. Then discipline sometimes requires, remember this saying, right? Sometimes your elevation requires your isolation. Sometimes your elevation requires your isolation. There's been months that I've gone just by myself. Good morning, see? Just by myself. Wake up, work, train, sleep. Wake up, work, train, sleep. Wake up, work, train, sleep. Like wake up, scripture, work out, train, work, and sleep. You know, and then it's looking at, and then it's listening, right? Train, eggs, and peptide, get out of here. And then it's looking at that Christ conscious, right? I forgot which one is it. It's Romans. I forgot which one. Romans something. It's like for the carnal, right? For the carnal mind is enmity against God, right? YouTube. Okay. I wish I had the energy. Okay, brother. Your wish I will grant you your wish, okay? I wish I had the energy. How many of you guys feel you wish you had the energy, all right? Number one, the first thing I would recommend is before you try to look at anything that gives you energy, let's look at everything that drains your energy. Because sometimes you don't need to add more gas to the car. You just need to get rid of all the shit that's holding back the car. I'll answer your question real quick. So the first thing I would say, brother, if you want more energy, the first thing I would do is ask yourself, what are my vices? All right? Alcohol drains you. Drugs drain you. Smoking drains you. Overeating drains you. Lusting drains you. Spending time with the wrong people drains you. Procrastination drains you. So before you start to add things, vitamins and things, I'm like, okay, cool. Am I doing any of these? Am I drinking? Am I doing drugs? Am I smoking? Am I lusting? Am I overeating? Am I procrastinating? Am I hanging around the wrong people? Because we call that, right? We call that energy leaks. Imagine you have this bucket, right? You have this bucket, and every day you're getting energy from your soul, right? You're giving energy from God, the Son. You're giving energy. And all of these holes are all those vices. Alcohol, drugs, smoking, lusting, overeating, procrastinating, hanging around the wrong people. All these are energy leaks. So first point out your energy leaks. You don't gotta solve it right now, just be aware. For me, the energy leaks were lust, the energy leaks were hanging around the wrong people, the energy leaks were the alcohol and the drugs at a point. Right? Those were the energy leaks. I need to answer this guy's question first. On vacation, I'm visiting my brother in Chicago. Do you ever have fun, or are you just serious all the time? Oh no, brother, I have fun. I have a lot of fun. Right? I have a lot of fun with my life, bro. Like, I play around, I joke around. The reason I get on here and I'm serious at times is because, right? It's because I feel people's pain. Because this is the kind of tough love I needed to get me out of hard point. Like, this is the tough love I needed to get myself out of the fucking, out of, not even rock bottom, bro. Not even rock bottom, just like to snap me out of doing all the shit that's fucking, you know, I know that's wrong, you know? A lot of men don't have good role models. I'm blessed to have found good role models in my life. You know, I looked for good role models. I wanted to be a better man. And so I looked for men who had good qualities, the discipline, their courage, their bravery, their self-respect. Hold on. How to get clear skin? Don't eat shitty food. I think the wrong food too. Of course, brother. Yeah, of course, bro. The wrong food. You have to understand, if you eat shitty, you're gonna produce shitty energy. Yeah, the clean skin, the clean skin comes from just eating good, bro. Clean skin just comes from eating good, drinking your water, getting sun. Let me ask this question. Right, hold on. Perfect, brother. Efrain, what's going on with you, my brother? Should I quit my job? Should I quit my job effective immediately or give 2 weeks notice? Depends, bro. How good did they treat you? And here's the truth. Like, I never gave 2 weeks. If I went back now, would I give 2 weeks? All depends, I say. You know, it's like, if you give 2 weeks, some people, you give 2 weeks and they fire you on the spot. They treat me like shit. Then yeah, bro. I mean, water, yeah, water, and you just get rid of, like, if you cut out sugar, bro, one of the fastest ways to actually feel better is just cut out sugar, replace it with water. What is beautiful? What is clean eating for dummies 101? So before I answer that question, no, it's my brother's place. What is clean eating for dummies 101? First things first, I'd ask you, what do you eat that you know isn't helping you? Yeah, ZYG. And brother, you can always click the link in my bio and check out my website, right? SF Soda, what's up, Ree? How are you? Yeah, brother, if you need help, brother, if you want actual help, mentorship, getting yourself back in shape, getting yourself back to the top, tip-top shape, check out my website, right? The link is in the bio. Same thing with you, TikTok. Like, good. I'll get your ass in shape. I'll get you in shape. I'll give you the push you need. Because that's how accountability takes you very far. Accountability takes you very, very far. Chicken tenders, I think. I like chicken tenders. You know, chicken tenders, what else, brother? What else do you eat, right? Do you eat any fast food? Why do people eat fast food? Convenience. Always remember this, convenience. And remember this, convenience isn't always convenient. Convenience isn't always convenient because the convenience is costing you energy, confidence, self-respect, self-esteem. Every time, and money. Convenience is costing you more than fucking money. Every time that you buy food, you're investing in your body, right? So if you look at your body, you look in the mirror, that's the return, that's the investment you've made. Every time you spend your money on food, you want to see the return on your investment, look in the mirror. Very low libido. Any suggestion in libido? I mean, it's not from losing a bunch of weight fast. It's from either like you lost muscle, right? You lost muscle and you weren't working out as much. So start working out again, brother. Like lift weights. Lifting weights will boost up your libido. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Exercise and do semen retention. That's what I would say. Exercise a lot, bro. Push your body to have to develop testosterone. I need to do some push-ups. Oh yeah. Top of the morning. What's up, brother? What's up, Ace? I can't send you gifts, bro. I don't know why that does that. I don't know, like, how do I have to turn off the gifts things. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta turn off the gift things. I don't know how I do that. I don't have a... No, I'll listen to that later. Crazy. All right, we'll do this one then. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's do these push-ups. Yeah, man. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. You wanna change your life? You wanna seriously change your life, change directions? Get down and do these push-ups with me. Join me. You wanna know what coaching is all about? This is what coaching is about. Right? Get down and do some push-ups with me. I want to show you the power of actual coaching. Right? This is the power of coaching. Hell yeah, Ree, let's get it, all right? I don't care if you have to do it on your knees. I don't care if you can do it a full body. Just do some push with me. How do you reduce distraction? Bro, you reduce lust. What I've learned, in my opinion, is getting closer to God. Getting closer to God is what helps you reduce lust. And in being aware of when it's happening. I still fight with it every single day. Yeah. Yeah, lust is huge, man. Yeah, brother. Bro, sell the treadmill. Yeah, bro, come join the team. Come join the team. I just had one of my clients who's lost like 7, you did like 16. That's okay, it doesn't matter. The fact that you did some Ray, I'm proud of you. Good job. I'm super proud of you. No, it's Alex fucking Duenas. You know? And since I started watching, fuck yeah, Ace. That's the whole point, bro. Proud of you, brother. You know? Which is, yeah, I mean, I've been doing them for years. I started with push-ups. Like, push-ups were probably one of the first things I ever started, was the first workout I ever did. I bought a little machine called the Perfect Push-Up, you know? And it really helped me out because I had a calendar. It's my brother's place, I'm in Chicago. You know? Like, no, I'm currently in Chicago. Yeah, be safe out there, bro. Always, bro. Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm gonna be here for like 4 more days. 4 more days. I'll make some breakfast. Work. Train people, coach people. Yeah, insane view. What you're about to do. He's like an entrepreneur. He works with a company, PR. My brother does PR. Yeah, it's beautiful. He's awesome. He's in great shape too. We were working on yesterday. He worked out yesterday. I'm out here just visiting him for a few days. PR, like yeah, public relations. He pretty much shows companies, like he's like, the way I understand PR is simply he helps companies look a lot better. So a city I've been to. Bro, Chicago's super clean, bro. Chicago's super clean. I like Chicago. It's super fucking clean. Yeah, we were yesterday, I don't know if you ever see this. Yeah. This is me and my brother. Yeah. That's me and him. And then we're walking down the street. That's him. That's him. Walking down the street. That's us. Yeah. Yeah. And then we were working out yesterday. Went to Equinox. Right in chest. We hit chest yesterday. Yeah, this is my Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, the Alex Duenas. Yeah, we're twins. And this is him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's up, man? What's up, brother? Yeah, we're twins. We were both born November 7th. November 7th, right? Was it the Equinox off Michigan Ave? I think so. Was the Equinox we went to off Michigan Ave? Yeah. Oh, wow. And somebody on my live was like, is that Equinox off Michigan Live? Is having a twin cool? Yeah, it is really cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. I have a niece and nephew twins. Yeah, it's good. It's part of the Four Seasons Hotel. I use it to work for that. That's awesome, my brother. Yeah, it's nice. Don't have any social media. My wife and I gave it up. Nice, brother. I mean, YouTube's good. The dog was good. Yeah, brother. Dude, Southern Tread, bro. Fucking check out my this YouTube account. Yeah, it does. I need to post. I'm posting more on YouTube. I'm working on it, bro. I'm working on it. And just so you know, like, you have to understand too, like, I'm still figuring things out. I want you to understand, like, I'm not perfect by any means. You know, I don't have everything figured out. What I do have figured out is motherfucking fitness. All right, I have fitness figured out. I have nutrition figured out. Okay. I understand these things, you know. So it's like you have to understand it's all part of just like making sure like who you listen to, what you watch is very important. Equinox in Chicago is at the West Loop, and I own it. What do you mean? Equinox in Chicago is at the West Loop. What do you mean the West Loop? I don't know anything about that. That tattoo artist. What's up, Suli? What did you do, Suli? Yeah, I'm in Chicago for like the next 4 years. I'm going to Lollapalooza today, I think, pretty sure. Let's do some more push-ups. You're more than welcome to join me on these push-ups, my friends. We'll do like one more set and then we'll go eat some breakfast. Hell yeah, Ree, let's go, Ree. I'm proud of you, Ree. Yeah. What a life, man. Yeah, and then what's like the first, I would say like, what's the first step in, who are you excited to see at Lollapalooza? We're gonna go see John Summit. I like John Summit. So, Gladiator, yeah. Great, I haven't seen this vein in so long. I haven't seen this vein in so fucking long. It's been a minute since I've seen this fucking vein. I don't really see my veins as much anymore. Which means, so they're going, do you have a day job? This is my day job. My day job is working with clients. Yeah. Yeah, it's my day job. Anyway, what's your macros right now and body weight? I weigh about 158 pounds, 59, 159, 158. And my macros right now, like my meals wise, 4 meals a day, about 220 grams. I do either 220 grams of chicken, 220 grams of ground beef with about 150 grams of jasmine rice. But then I've been throwing in different things. Like yesterday I ate some fucking protein cereal. So it's like, I don't eat consistently different, like the same meals every day. I don't eat the same meals every day. I mix up my meals at times, right? I mix up my meals at times. And yeah, fucking like last week, what else did I have? I experienced cereal. No, most cereals fuck me up. Most cereals really fuck me up. Yeah, but always remember this. Part of getting leaner, right? And this is what I start, like, This is what I do with my clients, right? When you start to work with me, the first things first, we want to start to reduce body fat and make sure that we are building muscle. How do you do both? See, that's the mistake. Most people just focus on losing. Most people are not focused on building muscle and dropping weight at the same time. And that's the biggest mistake people make. Right? You can build muscle and lose body fat at the same time. You have to have your macronutrients right. And everyone's macronutrients are completely different. Because your macronutrients isn't just based off your body. Your macronutrients is based off your current discipline. Your macronutrients are not just based off your height, your age, your weight, and your goals. It's based on your discipline, your consistency, and how long you've been at, how much do you know about training? And that's why a lot of people fail to follow macros, understand macros, because it's not enough to just put in a calculator, here's my height, here's my age, here's my weight. No, how disciplined are you? What vices do you have? What's your daily schedule like? What's your work schedule? Right? When do you have the most cravings? Where do you fall off? And so when I take all that into account, I take all that into account. Because to change your habits overnight, on your own especially, it's very difficult. To all of a sudden go into fucking being into this fucking nutrition, eat and knowing how to eat. No, and you've probably tried it before and you failed miserably. You're like, oh fuck, I went right back to, because when things get difficult, when the plan isn't working, you tend to go back to what is comfortable. Most people go back to what's comfortable. Right? And so when you work with somebody who's had years of experience, I already see you with your six pack. I already see you with a six pack. I already see you not having love handles. I already see you with a better chest, with more biceps, with better triceps. I see you with a better back, bigger lats. I see you with your core. I already see it because I've done it not just for myself, but I've done it for other people. So to have a visionary in your life is crucial. Someone that can already see you at your highest potential. And that's what I'm really great at. It's one of my gifts in life. One of my gifts in life is the ability to see someone at their highest potential. I can already see you waking up early. I can already see you getting your workouts in. I already see you, right? I already see you stacking your wins and improving. And when I can see you already doing that, I push you towards that. You might not believe in yourself, but you don't need to believe in yourself because I believe in you. And if you listen to what I say, through my coaching, through my mentorship, you start to build belief. Because you know what kills belief is lies. When you lie to yourself, I'm gonna wake up early and you don't. I'm gonna get that workout in and you don't. I'm gonna stop drinking and you don't. I'm gonna eat better today and you don't. When you lie to yourself, you lose belief in yourself. And when you don't believe in yourself, when you tell yourself, I'm gonna get in better shape, your subconscious mind is like, get out of here, bro. You said that like 3 months ago. You said that January. You've been saying you're gonna get in shape and you're still out of shape. You're gonna do it for a little bit and you're just gonna self-sabotage. That's your subconscious mind. Because you can't even keep the little promises to yourself. When you break those little promises to yourself, you do not build belief. You build disbelief. Like, if I can't even wake up at a certain time, you think I'm gonna follow these macros? You think I'm actually gonna fucking stick to these meals, especially when I'm hungry? No. That's why it's so important that we stack these small little wins. It's very important. I'm like, yo, because imagine this. Imagine this. Let me do this fucking push-up real quick. I'm gonna do these fucking push-ups, right? Imagine if you actually kept up what you said you were gonna do. The mixture. Right? The mixture. Fuck you, GoDaddy. You do that? Brother, I have a simple question. Thank you, Rihanna. How can you work out when you got no time? Literally, like either I sleep 4 hours and work out or nothing. Okay, beautiful question. Hold on. Okay, brother, I got a simple question. How can you work out when you got no time? Literally, like either I sleep 4 hours and work out or nothing. Okay, how bad do you want it? That's my first question. You're asking me, how can you work out when you have little, how bad do you want it? That's like the first question. How bad do you want to look a certain way? What a profound question. I've had to ask myself that question. How bad do I want it? Because if you're like desire, if you don't have a burning desire for this thing, 2 reasons why you don't. Number 1, you're not really sure what it is you want. If you don't have a burning desire for a goal, it's number 1, it's because you don't really know what you want. You don't have clarity. And number 2, you haven't thought enough and long enough about what it could do for your life. Take that, like, don't, this can change your life here. If you don't have like the motivation or desire big enough, it's 2 reasons, only 2 reasons. Number 1, you're not really sure what it is you want. And number 2, you still haven't defined what kind of change that can bring to your life. If you got like very bad, I want my studies very bad as well, you think that's a choice itself, or can I choose both? Brother, that's a limiting belief. You can choose both, right? Because here's the thing, because maybe you look at your body and you look, well, I just want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, I just want to lose 10 pounds. Okay? Like, are you really excited to lose 10 pounds? Like, does that excite you? If I could just lose 10 pounds, big whoop. But if you say, you know what, if I can just get rid of the stomach and have a flat stomach, or if I can get a 4-pack, man, like, if I can get a 4-pack, I'd have more energy. I would look so much better. Like, I wouldn't be so embarrassed. I wouldn't be so insecure. I could fucking maybe leave my job, or maybe I can, you know, have a better relationship, or maybe I can get a better relationship. You know? What's up, Dungeon Jim? What's up? Right? You can do both. And Tyler, sometimes, bro, which in your case, you're like, I can't do both, because you're either trying to go all in or you're all the way out. You're either all the way in or all the way out. Brother, all the way in can be 10 minutes. All the way in can be like, I'm gonna knock out push-ups for 10 minutes. I ain't got no time. Fuck that. Put a timer on your phone, 10 minutes, and do push-ups. For 10 minutes, you do 10 push-ups until you can't stop. How much time I got left? I got 8 minutes. Rest, 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 push up, push up, push up. Rest, rest. I got 5 minutes. Push up, push up, push up. Rest. Push up, push up, push up. Rest. Right? And you can even split it up. You can even split it up. Here, I'll show you how you can, this is how you can split it up. I got 10 minutes. If I only had 10 minutes, right? And I wanted it bad enough. Let me see where my other shirt is. If I had 10 minutes, this is what I would do. If I had 10 minutes, right? First, I knock out like 10 push-ups, right? I knock out like 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over and over and over. 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 That's it. Like, got my heart rate up. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That was less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. And I'm building my chest up. I'm building my core up. I'm building my triceps up. I'm building my confidence up. This is helping my heart rate's up. People say you need cardio for heart health. Motherfucker, do 10, 10, 10s, right? Do 10, 10, 10s. Yeah. But that's the mentality. That's the mentality when you do things with your heart. That's the mentality when you do things with your heart. You need the right circumstances. You just need heart. You don't need the right circumstances. You think everybody that got in great shape or made the right financial circumstances, the right physical circumstances, the right relationship circumstances, the right faith circumstances. If people who got in shape or started businesses had the perfect circumstances, right? There would be no businesses. There'd be barely anyone in have started a business, because the thing you want is not gonna wait for you to have the perfect circumstances, because there will never be such thing as perfect circumstances. Because if you're sitting and you're putting it off, I'm waiting for a better time, when I have more money, when I have more time. When you don't have the time, when you do have the time, or say you do have the money, which who knows when it will come, right? You're gonna be faced with another time in your life where things aren't right. I didn't start working out when the circumstances were right. I started working out because I wanted to, I needed to. I didn't start a business when everything was perfectly fine. No, I actually started my business when I got fucking fired from my job, right? I sold my first business and went down to $0. I invested $4,000 on a credit card to start a new business. Right? I left a relationship, or I finished a relationship when it wasn't the right thing. Like there's never the perfect time. Never gonna be the perfect time, the perfect situation. Because in those moments, you become resourceful. It's not about lacking resources. It's about becoming resourceful. What is this? What's up, Louis? How important is sleep in general as far as I'm concerned? There is a minimum. I mean, it all depends, bro. There's seasons in life. There's seasons in my life where I got 7 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep. Seasons in my life where I got 5 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep. You know, it's really insomnia. You need to buy that. Tyler, I literally have insomnia. Yeah, Rihanna, you have insomnia because you don't work out and you eat sugar, right? Like, that's it. People who have insomnia, most people who have insomnia aren't fatigued enough. People ask me, oh, how do you get better sleep? Fatigue is the best pillow. Fatigue. Wake up super early, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, work out once, work all day, maybe get another workout in. By the time it's 9 p.m., 8 p.m., you're fucking zoinked. That's it. You have no energy left. You are so fatigued. So fatigued. People that can't sleep, you're not doing enough, to the point where you're just exhausted. How can you not care about other people's opinions while you are building yourself up, both career-wise and physical-wise, if that makes sense? Yes, that's a beautiful question. How do you not care? Because it's about building facts versus opinions. If someone said to me, Alex, fuck your green hair, I'm like, okay, like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't have green hair. It's like, fuck you, Alex, you're in terrible shape. Okay, like, I'm in great shape. It doesn't bother me. Because it's not true. Like, Alex, you're a lazy piece of shit. Okay? It's not true. It's like you start to care what people think about you when you find some truth behind it. You know? And then that's one thing. The second thing that really helped me, I actually had a client of mine, right? One of her parents like said something like wrong to her, like not even wrong to her, said something like, oh, you're fat and things like that. You know, at one point it kind of hurt her. And I told her, I'm like, look, and she's lost weight. She's doing phenomenal. And I'm like, look, people's perception of you is just a reflection of themselves. You know you're losing weight. You know you're eating better. You know you're training. For someone to come say that, it just shows you where they are. Hate only spreads hate. Right? And here's the truth. When you think about people and their opinions about you, their opinions are here. Most of the opinions or what you think people are gonna say about you, they're here. They're all in your mind. And I get it. It can sometimes feel embarrassing. Nobody wants to be embarrassed. You know, yesterday we were in down like the beach area of Chicago. And I'm like, damn, if I fell right now, or if I was running and I fell, like would I feel embarrassed? I would feel embarrassed, but you just pick yourself back up and move forward. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and be like, if I fell in front of 300 people, I wouldn't be embarrassed. Like, yeah, I'd be embarrassed, but I'd get back up and be like, okay, cool, it is what it is. Like, keep going. Whatever, dude, I made a mistake, fuck it, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's like, that's just also part of life, man. Don't be ashamed of making mistakes. You know where the shame would be? Is if I fell down and I just stayed down. Like if I tripped and fell in front of 300 people and I just, I fell, like I can't get back up. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. But if you get back up, fuck yeah, get back up, keep going. Days on, sir. That's the shit. I wish I figured this out sooner. 10 days on? 10 days on, sir? What do you mean? This shit's real. I wish I figured this out sooner. Like during the years where you've been down on business, it wasn't working, how you blocked out, and maybe people saying you ain't doing good or won't be that. Team return, 10 days on, team return. This shit's real. Wish I figured this out sooner. Yeah, dude, I did 4 months, bro. I did 4 months. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And just always remember, like, nah, I'm fucking doing this. No, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. During the years where you've been down on business, brother, I've been down on business. I've had time to take pride in that, you know? Because that's part of life, bro. There's a lot of, I've been super down on business, bro. There's times where I had like fucking negative $700 in my bank account. Right? There's been times where I'm like, fuck, dude. You know? And that's just part of business, dude. That's part of it. But anybody that judges you, bro, right? And puts you down, but they're not in the arena. They're not the ones fucking fighting. It's like being in a boxing match or an MMA fight, right? And someone on the outside criticizing you who has never fought. Bro, you're not even man enough to be in the cage. What do you mean you're gonna fucking judge me? It's very easy to judge, it's not easy to walk. And there's nothing wrong with those times and moments in life. That's what makes us human. But if you keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again, like I used to repeat the same mistakes over and over again with women, right? Even with drugs at times, going to different festivals at times and like 4 times a year. Are you maintaining the muscle in your legs? And I have never seen you work out your legs and arms and all the core mainly. Yeah, my legs do look good. Because number one, I run, and there's time I do work out legs like once or twice a week. I don't really work them out as I used to, because for Muay Thai, I just don't really like to like. Some people still do heavy squats, but I don't really like to squat heavy. That just might be a simple question, but why on social media people we know, they live all solid lives, even though, you know, it might be only highlights, but that's a great question. This will help a lot of you guys. It's not Tyler, there's no such thing as a stupid question, unless you ask like, why is the sun so big? I don't know. Even I don't think that's a stupid question. But why on social media people know? Now, morning, bro, because you have to understand human psychology. Most people don't want to put things out there that they're ashamed of. You feel me? There's a reason why people don't just start fucking tweeting, I just got done jerking off. It's shameful, you know? Like, fuck yeah, man. Bro, it gets hot. It gets hot there. That's true. That's true. So, because like, you know what, right? That was my brother, some yogurt stuff. Yogurt, that's yogurt, it's Greek yogurt, blueberries, banana, and chia seeds. I don't eat Greek yogurt because Greek yogurt fucks my stomach up. Fucks my stomach up. But we can go make some food. Yeah, let's go make some food. Grand Rising, people. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I know. I've been told that a million times. That I look like Sergio Ramos. All right, we're I don't have a tripod for YouTube, but I wanted to get on YouTube today. No fabulous today. Oh, thank you. You know. I think I have food from yesterday. Yeah, I do. I do have food from yesterday. Jesus. I didn't bring my other tripod. So basically, they don't show their boring normal parts. No parts of life. Yeah, but like life is only boring if you think it's boring. Your brother to explain how he also maintains that shape for years. You both are unstoppable. Brother, you want to know how my brother's in great shape. My brother's in phenomenal shape. He like literally is pretty much in the same shape as me. You want to see his fridge? You want to know why we look the way we look? This is his fridge. This is pretty much the same thing I have. So we have ground beef. We have some more ground beef. We have eggs. We have blueberries. He has yogurt. So he has Greek yogurt, like Chernobyl yogurt, right? Blueberries, chicken. He doesn't really eat chicken. He's got rice, right? He's got rice, blueberries. I made this yesterday. I made this yesterday. I need to finish that. Right? That's it. That's his fridge. And sweet potatoes. No, my brother used to be bigger. Like, well, he never used to have like abs. No, I remember like a few years ago, he never used to have abs. Yeah. Morning. What's up, Alan? Yeah, my brother never used to have abs. And then he started really dialing in with his macros. And before you know it, motherfucking shredded. So we have that. Do we have? Am I gonna have any carbs? There's bananas. That's it. That chicken's processed chicken. Processed chicken. Who gives a fuck, bro? You know what's processed? Your face. No, I'm kidding. It probably is, bro. Oh, he doesn't have a microwave, does he? I guess I'll eat this cold. This is ground beef. Eggs. Yeah. He does. He works out longer. I wish I could scan you that up. Good morning. Yeah, eggs. Could eat and not worrying about overeating the room. I like scale? What do you mean I like scale? In a world where they spam garbage on your face at the grocery stores. Impressive fridge. Yeah, because here's the thing. So he just said impressive fridge. Because imagine this, brother. Imagine you knew how to get a 6-pack. And you knew exactly what you needed to eat. And you also enjoyed it. How difficult is it to get a 6-pack when you know what to eat, you like it, and it works? That's why it's not difficult for us to choose what to eat, right? We don't choose things that get us away from having a 6-pack. We choose things that make us look better, feel better, have confidence, have more self-respect, and people around us respect us. When you look good, people around you respect you. People around you respect you, you have more opportunities in life. I didn't put that here. How you moved on from girls who either rejected you or have... I love these questions, brother. By the way, brother, I love these questions. How you moved on from girls who either rejected you or even they were like interested in no more, talking to other guys, like seeing her go with another man's things. I can't lie if that happened. Okay, let me tell you a story, brother. When I was 14 years old, I met this girl, tall blonde girl. Her name was Allison. And I fell in love with this girl. Like I was a kid, but I fell in love with this girl and she became my girlfriend. We had our first kiss. I'll never forget that. I remember my mom taking me back home. We all hung out. I kissed her. I was like on cloud 9. I'm like, bro, tall blonde girl. I'm living the dream. We dated for like 2 weeks. And slowly she stopped talking to me. Slowly she stopped communicating with me. We would communicate with Messenger because I didn't have a phone back then. We would communicate with Messenger. And I was like, what's going on? Like, why is she not answering me? And then her friend Claudia, which was my friend too, said, hey, like, she's talking to Justin now. So she pretty much like broke up with me without telling me she broke up with me to talk to another guy. And I got so mad. And the guy was taller than me. I was about to fight this kid. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, I'll fight this kid. And that broke my heart, bro. It broke my heart. It broke my heart because I felt like I won the lotto. I won the lotto. I got the fucking blonde, tall girl. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm fucking living life. I'm winning, you know? And I just started to work out, you know? And they go with this, yeah, you deserve later. Yeah, but I was, you know, it's always the Jay name. No, it's Alice, yeah, Jay. No, I didn't fight it because I was going to. And I remember messaging him. I think I was messaging him, bro, I'm gonna fucking fight you. And he's like, bro, I don't want to fight you. I'm no, fuck you. I was so mad. I was so mad. Right? And so, how do you deal with that? And when I was younger, I don't remember what I said to her, but I just had to move on. I had to move on. And then, at like 16, I fell in love with this other girl. Her name was Cheyenne. I'll never forget. I was walking to the park. I was wearing all black. I was really emo back then, super emo. I was walking to the park with my boy. And we pull up in front of like this group of people. There's this girl Cheyenne, this other girl Tara, and like I think 2 other guys. And we're all just chilling. And my boy, I forgot fucking which boy am I think maybe Tyrell. We were all talking. He's like, yo, bro, show them your 6-pack. And I remember fucking lifting up my shirt and just showing them my abs. And the Cheyenne girl, she looked at me and her eyes like lit up. She said, holy shit, this guy's got a 6-pack. And then me and her started talking. We talked for like months. She was like the first girl I ever did anything with. Like past making out, she was the first girl I ever did anything with. And like we were planning on losing our virginities to each other. Like I love this girl. I fell in love with this girl. And one day she just like stops talking to me as much again. And I come to find out she's talking to this other guy named Spencer. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like we pretty much broke up. And it just broke my heart. I'll never forget, bro. I was fucking laying in bed, bro. And this is when I started boxing. I'll never forget laying in bed, bro, 16 years old. I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm sitting there hugging my pillow and I'm crying and crying and crying. And I remember telling myself, bro, I'd rather get punched in the face like 100 times. Because I was doing boxing, I've been punched in the face. I'm like, I'd rather get punched in the face 100 times than to go through this pain that I'm feeling. And then eventually it was tough, man. Like, and that flipped the switch, right? That flipped the switch in my brain. From then, I'm like, forget girls. Like, they're horrible. Like, from there, like, something broke inside me. That I just started, like, I started to like just sleep around. I started to like not care. I didn't date. I just didn't care. So it turned me into a really bad person. I'm not gonna lie. It turned me into a really bad person. Like I would just like lie to girls, cheat on girls because I was hurt, you know? Going through it, I'm kind of nice to know, and you trying to go through it. Yeah, bro, it's part of it. Of the tightness in the chest is very tough when you in the scenario. Yeah, yeah, it's a painful, and it's a lingering feeling. And so, guess what got more intense, right? Guess what got more intense? My workouts got more intense. Like, because I didn't drink, I didn't smoke back then. Like, so I worked out, I did boxing, I worked out, boxing, workout, boxing. Like, I would just fucking work out because it was the only thing that helped me, like, feel better. When I lost 45 pounds, I got 100K career soon after. I only got from there. That's what I'm saying. It says that. I'm telling you, yeah. Once you lose the weight, bro, your self-worth goes up. You feel worthy of more. And that happens again. Brother, you open back up and it's gonna happen again. Hopefully not. Yeah, well, I'll probably upload a couple workouts. You shower? Oh, no? No. Yeah. How do you open back up? That feeling can happen again. Brother, you have to take the risk again. You have to. Like I'm not saying it's gonna most likely happen again, but it just happens, bro. Like, and that's just part of life. You learn from it. You learn from it. Like, you'll get your heart broken again, and you'll learn from it. I've had my heart broken 4, 5, 6 times, man. It's always painful. It's always painful, but you have to learn from it, man. And I still didn't learn from it. After my 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th one, I still didn't learn from it. I had to realize, like, what's going on? Why is it not working? So it's not worth it to become cold and not care, or it's a bad thing to change and become more cold? No, bro, because karma's a bitch. Karma is a bitch, okay? What you do to others will eventually come back around. You never get away with anything. And that's where I learned what the fear of God is. Do you know what you know why they say the fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom? I didn't learn this till recently. Like, the fear of God, do you know what that means? It's the beginning of all wisdom. What it ultimately means is, like, we do not get away with anything. Anything bad you do, you will pay a price. So the fear of God is like, damn, if I do this, like, something, it's gonna come back around. That's the fear of God. And that's where all wisdom begins, because it doesn't force you, but it checks you. It's like, like the devil, the serpent always he used to always tell me. He used to always tell me, the coiled serpent. He'd always whisper in my ear. He never told me to do it. He never told me to cheat, to lie. He never told me that. He always told me, you can get away with it. That's what he always whispered in my ear. You can get away with it. Nah, you won't get caught. You get away with it. That's why I did it. It's only until I got older and wiser that I realized you never get away with it. It's a lie. It's a lie. Yep. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Tyler. Yeah, God, never forget. And exactly, Rihanna. Yeah. Of course. Mm-hmm. Where's that thing? You know, as a judging God, whether people believe it or not, 100%. This 22 today, what's some advice you would give yourself at my age? Advice I'd give you at 22, brother? Wow, there's a lot of advice I'd give you. There's a lot of advice I would give you. Fitness, get your fitness up, like learn nutrition, training, get your, like make it a routine to get in better shape. Make it a routine to really do that. You buy yourself, this is all the advice I'd give you. Buy the book, Jesus Calling. It's $10 on Amazon. These words and wisdom really good from I got you, my brother, of course. And thank you for asking the questions, bro. Thank you for asking. If you keep that mentality up, brother, if you keep the mentality up of always asking questions, you will become successful in your own way, right? Remember, guys, remember this. Success, a big mistake that I made is seeing other people and thinking that is success. You have to define what success is for you. What is success? Don't think that success is just money. Do not think that success is just money. It's just being in great shape. It's just having a relationship. Like, really define what you, and sometimes at life, you have to try things. Don't be afraid to try things. You're not meant to get it on the first swing. That's the biggest mistake a lot of you make. It didn't work out. Perfect. I found one way where it doesn't work out. Let me try it again. Okay? And hanging out with your brother, family time is everything. Yeah, 100%. I love family time. Buenos dias, Coop. Buenos dias. Let me fucking make this thing up. Advice. Okay, so number one, brother, I would get the book Jesus Calling. It's $10 on Amazon. I have it. Get this book, Jesus Calling. Jesus Calling. Right? It's just daily devotionals. It's just little daily devotionals. Right? You read them. You read one every morning. And it just reminds you how much God loves you. It reminds you that you're going to have trouble. It reminds you, thanks for reminding me I'm going to have trouble. Yeah. But he's reminding you you're going to have trouble, but he's got your back. All right? So, Jesus Calling, the first in 22, get that book and just spend time with him. Get close to him. Build a relationship with him. Number one. Number two, obviously, your shape. Do your workouts. Your workouts are going to always help you go from feeling negative to feeling positive. It doesn't mean your life changes, but you change. And so because the things you look at don't change, but because you change, the things you look at change. Always remember that. Number three, career-wise, learn sales. Learn how to sell. When you learn how to sell, you'll learn how to actually make money. That's what I would say. And then number four, tell the people you love that you love them. Like, accept your parents for who they are. Family-wise, accept your parents for who they are. It's their first time living too, right? Understand it's their first time living, and just show them love. Because they wiped your ass at one point. They fed you, they wiped your ass, they took care of you. Yeah, I work out whenever I get there. Yeah. I know you've come a long way to be here. God tell you, you make the moment if you haven't done yet. Admire yourself in the way you've been, helping people in different ways. Take time. I appreciate that, Tyler. I appreciate that. And get a dog. Don't get a dog yet. And everyone, no, of course, brother. And just keep certain people in your life. Like, I will continuously keep posting content. Keep certain people in your life that listen to them. Listen to them, because what you listen to is what you're gonna repeat at times. So like, that's what I would do, brother. I will never stop posting content or going on lives and things like that. So just keep certain people in your life, you know, and just know that if they're a good influence in your life, keep them, even if they're on the other side of the screen. I got this, Tyler, and only as he may feel. Just, yeah, brother, and you too, Tyler. Keep showing up. Follow me on my Instagram, brother. Check out my podcast. Down to the way, and this is real life advice. I wish I didn't wait to learn. Brother, you're 28, but here's the thing. It's okay if you're 28, brother, because you are on your path. You are on your path. I asked a buddy of mine, really good friend of mine, who I consider him, his divinity, his divineness, the way his soul is, like, he has an incredible soul. This man has done so much work on his, like, spirituality, and he's in great shape too. So it's not that he's just some out of shape dude. He's great shape, great like spirituality. And I asked them, I'm like, bro, how do you know you're on the path? And he said, because you decide that you're on the path. He's like, because you tell yourself you're on the path. The minute you tell yourself you're not on the path is when you're off the path. I'm like, wow, profound. He's like, every time he's like, I'm on the path, then you're on the path. When you start to talk about, am I on the path? If you start to question your path, like you just say you're not, then you're not on the path. And remember, nobody got to heaven or hell. No one got there and said, I lived my life 100% correctly. No. No one lived their life 100% correctly. Now, some people live their life differently, of course. And I think the people who get to live a better life are just people who realize their mistakes faster. They realize your mistakes faster. You know? If it was the day of not gaining weight, because I'm in the gym for 3 hours? Yankee, fuck yeah, bro. Why the fuck are you in the gym for 3 hours, bro? You should be in the gym for fucking 45 minutes to an hour. No longer than that. Spend the rest of the time eating and sleeping and making money. You know? Let me make these eggs, bro. Anything else? I don't know what things are, but I like this one. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, we'll cut that. Yeah, 100%, bro. I like this song. How many eggs we're gonna have? I'm not sure. Maybe 4. Biggest body recom tips. Get back into is God body rain your brother? No. My brother doesn't really go on here. You know when the egg fucking breaks inside the fucking carton, bro? No. Fuck. Where the fuck are the paper towels? Fuck. Biggest body recom tip is so that's a great question. So how would I recomp my body? So the biggest way I would recomp my body is like, let me fucking cut out everything that I know I'm not eating right. That's the first way to recomposition your body. Cut out the shit that I'm not eating, right? So sometimes I'll go to Wawa, it's a gas station. I'll get a hoagie from there. Wawa, or I'll go eat out with my friends. If I wanted to body recomp, the first thing I'm doing is number one, it's like, the first thing I'm doing for body recomp is like, okay, let me get my fucking 3 to 4 meals. My eggs, my fucking chicken, my beef, and then maybe some probably chicken again, right? So I have my fucking 3 to 4 meals. I got my rice, I'm weighing everything out. Day 1, perfect. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Like that's how I body recomp. I'm like, I'm sticking to this. I'm not fucking going out of my shit, right? And then I'm looking at my body. I'm hitting my fucking core, right? I'm doing my workouts. I'm staying in alignment with that. Thanks this morning, chomped down on some shells. It was love. Yeah, same here, but it happens to me at times. So burnt out on chicken to the point where it's grossing me out. Then mix it up, breathe. You have salmon, you have cod, you have eggs, you have turkey, you have ground beef, you have steak, you have scallops. You feel me? Like you have different options as well. Do you visit your brother a lot? No, maybe like once a year. But bro, promise me that today you gotta find a couple of minutes to reflect on the positive impact you have. I will, brother, and I think you came into my life today to remind me of that, you know? Sometimes I don't give myself the credit like I maybe deserve, I'm not sure, you know? Say yesterday was fire, there you go. And then motherfucking have steak again today. Who says you can't fucking have steak a gazillion fucking time, you know? You feel me? We were throwing elbows the other day. And this one too, and then, no, from here. Step here. Oh, my eggs. Thanks, Shrek. My brother's like, get fucking a shit ton of eggs. So you always eat fucking eggs. I'm like, yeah. Oh, thanks, bro. Shout out to Kate for the haircut. All right, let me fucking cook these eggs. Cook these eggs. Yeah, look at the view. I might just have banana. A banana! Or like your music taste, or you? No, he's actually gotten more into my music taste. Like he never used to be into festivals. My brother's never been into festivals. I think how long it takes to weigh out input, etc. It's not sustainable. I mean, that's you, brother. I think how long it takes to weigh. It doesn't take that long to weigh things out, brother. Like my brother weighs his food out. I weigh my food out. How is it? I've been weighing my food out for the last 10 years, bro. It doesn't take that much longer. You get a fucking scale. You get it, like, watch this, right? That's fine. Oh my bad. Let me see. Yeah. So here's the thing. For example, like, imagine I just got done. Listen. No, it doesn't even take 3 to 5 minutes. It takes 60 seconds. All right. So I'm making eggs, right? Imagine I was making ground beef. Ground beef. This is me not weighing my food out, right? I put it in the pan, right? Done. This is me weighing my food out. Put the bowl on the scale, turn the scale on, pour it, 220. Done. Not even 60 seconds extra. It took me 10 more seconds. All you're doing is putting a bowl on a scale. Food without a scale, measuring your food. Right? And here's the thing, you're not accounting for all the great qualities in your life, bro. Like a lot of the opportunities in my life have come because of the way I look, the people I meet, my girlfriend, business, relationships. So this little 30 seconds has brought me a following, a business, great friends, more confidence. So it's worth it to me. I eat the same thing every day. My girl thinks I'm loopy. Loopy! What's up, man? Can a 72-hour fast really reset the body? No, bro. Like, reset the body to just go back to like what you were doing, you feel me? Like, why are you trying to reset the body? The body resets itself every single day, bro. Right? When you go to sleep, you wake up, your body just spent 7 hours. Well, it's on top of the cooking, cleaning. Then don't be in good shape, bro. Right? Then don't get the body you want. Then you don't want it bad enough. And there's no spray. My brother doesn't spray. I mean, that's fine, bro. Like, you have to look at it that way. Like, that's it, bro. It's too much. Okay. That's fine. I find it worth it. What other things? I'm 6 times or so. Wish that there was people like you back then, Deanna. At least you get to see it now. All right, 4 whole eggs. Yeah, because then what did I eat? I had that too. So I already had more eggs actually. Yeah, I'm not gonna win eggs. Sorry. I'm gonna point out or thing. Pressure is a part of it. Yeah, precision is part of it. Yeah, what's up, Jeremy? Yeah. And then we have some fucking salt. Keep going.
And then we have this. I already had some. I might have an orange. Let's try. What's up, baby doll? How are you? Hey, I'm not saying it's not worth it. It's just that when that life gets to me, it falls off. It falls off because you let it fall off, brother. I've been doing this for, I've been long days, shitty sleep. I won't have the mental strength to make that smart food choice. That's you, brother. You're just weak. Look how you speak to yourself. Long days, shitty sleep. I won't have the mental strength to make that. Then you're just weak. I don't speak to myself that way, bro. I just don't have the mental strength. Like, look how you sound, bro. You don't want it bad enough. And that's fine. But don't sit here and complain you don't have the body you want because of work, because of shitty sleep. Just admit, I don't want it bad enough. I don't have that dog in me, right? Because you think everybody that's in great shape, right? That you think that everybody that's in great shape just gets great sleep and has all the right circumstances? You think everybody that has a six-pack just has the perfect circumstances, that gets 7 hours of sleep, doesn't have shitty days, isn't tired. Yeah, long term, you're speaking to the guy that's been consistent for 19 years, bro, right? If you want to talk about long term, I've been consistent for 19 years. I've had a six-pack for 18 years. I'm doing nice. Nice, mean. Be careful, they're crazy. I need my food. My mom's like, be careful with Alex's, they're crazy. And it's like, it's true. Oh, I got the mix. Do you want some? No, you want some? How many do you want? 4? 4? Okay. Do you want toast with that or no? Do you have a...
Just put convection or something.
On the thingy? Okay. Let's go!
Can you put some crappy?
Yeah!
Do the convection now because it takes a while.
Could do it?
It takes a while.
Okay.
That's called that.
Yep. Okay, what time is it? Oh shoot, yeah. Okay.
But you can stay here closer.
Okay,
Convection. Left.
Oh no!
Convection.
Convection. Oh, got you. Okay.
425. On the right. The number 4, 5. Start.
You want to put the bread in now? Hold on. Then brother, get a coach, bro. I didn't do it myself. I didn't wake up and I didn't wake up one day. What's up? I didn't wake up one day and think, oh, I know how to get in shape. No, bro. I had a coach. I hired people. And it's like anything, brother. Like at one point you couldn't walk. At one point you couldn't speak. At one point you couldn't read. Imagine if you just gave up on reading. Imagine if your parents or your teachers gave up on teaching you how to read. You would never be able to read. At one point in your life, you couldn't do a lot of things, but you stuck through it. If I need a coach, doesn't that make me weak? Brother, think about the athletes. Think about Kobe Bryant. Think about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan hired Tim Grover. Michael Jordan was crushing it, and he hired Tim Grover. He was already a great basketball player, but he hired Tim Grover. He's like, bro, help me out here. Does that make Michael Jordan weak? No, right? Think about brother, too evil. I thought you were gonna fucking go click the link and book your call. I'm making my brother some food. Work out, then I hit a brick wall, then stop. No, you didn't hit a brick wall. You started to make excuses. You're the reason for what you wanted. You stopped, right? You didn't hit a brick wall. You just stopped reminding yourself why you stopped doing it, right? Or the plan you were following wasn't getting you what you wanted, brother. Right? That's like saying, one day I stopped working. I hit a wall. Oh, no, my brother is. Well, was about to say, when did you start eating bread? I mean, I eat bread all the time, bro. What you talking about? Yeah, it's like, when do you ever say, I hit a wall with work, so I stopped working? What the fuck? Think about that. I do eat, bro. Yeah, I used to work, so I couldn't go to the gym. I had to work, so I couldn't go to the gym. Motherfucker, do you know how many people work and fucking go to the gym still? You just weren't getting the results you wanted. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? Put a couple egg whites. Where? Oh, they're good? Sorry, got it. Yeah. I think about it, right? Baby doll, right? What did you, when you first started working out, what did you want to do? Bagels, baby. Yeah, bagels or bread. Bajels, bro, bajels. Yeah. Coño. This is all the time, bro. All the time. That's that. Beautiful. Thank you, homie. Okay, thank you. Then I started to get into something. Yeah, you should. I mean, again, but why do you want to? Right? That's what I will always ask. Why do you want to get into shape? Why do you want to get in shape? Why do you want to get in shape? Why do you want to get in shape? Why do you want to start? Why? Why? That's more important than anything. Why? Why? What are you hoping happens? Like, that's a huge thing. To feel good about myself, to build my confidence. Okay, for what? Why do you want to build your confidence back up? What is your low confidence preventing you from doing? Is it preventing you from wearing the clothes you want? Is it preventing you from dating? Is it preventing you from leaving your job? You know, like, if you had a Victoria's Secret fucking body, what would you do? You know, like, I'm a single mom trying to survive this world. Just take one day at a time. Please check your people. So word. I'm a single mom. Okay, so you're a single mom, right? So do you believe if you're in better shape, you would put yourself out there more? You would attract a more disciplined partner? You know, I want to feel good. Why do you want to feel good? I wanted to get in shape not because I wanted my confidence back. I wanted a girlfriend. I stay in shape now because it fucking helps me, you know. I stay in shape now because I like to look good. I like to have confidence to build my business. Feel good in bed. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. You want to look in bed. You want to be able to take your clothes off and turn the lights on. You want to have sex with the lights on, or do you want to have sex with the lights off? You feel me? Do you want to not feel embarrassed when you take off your clothes and then they see you fully naked? You see what I'm saying? Like, these are the real reasons people want to get in shape. Nobody wants to get in shape for, I want to be healthy. Mitch, I want to fucking look better. I want to be able to run. I want to have more energy. I want to spend time with my kids because I'm not being able to spend time with my kids. Like, these are the real deep-rooted reasons we want to get in shape. And so that, when you're honest with yourself, right? Even in being exactly, when you're honest with yourself, it makes all the difference. Sushine, hello. What time is it? Okay. Yeah, that's just. Me, are you tracking your fucking macros? Because I can give you all the best ab exercises in the world, but if you're not tracking your macros, then you're not gonna lose the body fat. Right? You think you need ab exercises, you need to get rid of body fat. There you go. You're asking for gas. You're asking for gas when you don't have four tires in your car. Remember, guys, if you're doing cardio, if you're doing ab workouts, and you're not tracking your macros, it's like having a car with no tires and asking for gas. It's like, I want to go to my boyfriend, girlfriend's house. I want to take this girl on a date. I'm like, do you have 4 tires? No. I'm like, bro, you're going to fucking go take a bicycle. Macros, understanding that is the foundation. It's the foundation to losing body fat and building the muscle up. The foundation of losing body fat is understanding how you can eat, right? The one-on-one real-time motivational morning check-ins with the new coach. Fuck, dude. Santiago, I'll hit you up, brother. We got to get back to it, brother. On to me one day. Want some Miss President, bro? You as well, my brother. Where do you live, brother? That bread smells delicious. I'm going to Florida next month. Nice. Of course, brother. That's that. Brother, do you want a bowl?
Yeah, put it in a to-go thing.
What to go thing? Oh, okay, guys.
Like the one with the blue top, maybe?
Yeah.
That's
Gotcha. God, what's up, fam? What's up? How are you? Thank you, my brother. Well, you gotta get yourself some ink. Let me, what else do we need? We have bread cooking. That's good. Spoon! Spoon! I don't know where the spoons are. Let me see if they're here. Good morning. No, they're not here. They're right here. Good morning. Do you want anything on the bread?
Yeah.
Are you on? How long do you think you're gonna last?
What?
Okay.
What? I'm gonna try to cut up.
No, it's okay. Yeah. If anything, I'll go out there. I can just walk down, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can walk.
If anything, I might go to a coffee shop.
There's one upstairs.
Okay. I can every time. Okay.
Wait, go. That's, there's one upstairs.
What?
There's a whole room with like 20.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll probably go down to the thing.
And then we can plan a workout. We'll do it in 2 maybe.
Which bench? I don't know, Chris. I don't have an Oh, people. I really don't really bench heavy, brother. For me, it's just a bunch of push-ups, and then I'll do chest, I'll do incline, but nothing crazy, because I don't really focus on lifting heavy. I'll wash all that. Damn, you weren't kidding. Have you ever been fat fished? Maybe. That's my brother. Dickhead. Yeah, where is it? Here's your bread. Here's your bread.
I see one.
One? Okay, thank you.
I'll take you in a moment.
Alright, okay, buddy. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Don't you worry, YouTube. I got you. Good morning, Robert. How are you? Hello, beautiful people. I moved to a different city to get away from bad influence friends. I mean, brother, dude. So that's a great question. Like, should you move away to different city to get away from bad influence friends? Brother, I used to hang out with my friends who used to drink all the time. Like, they drink, and then I had some friends that didn't drink all the time. I just distanced myself from them. I stopped going out with them. Like, you don't have to move cities to get away from friends like that. You're just starting your day. It's 3 on Friday here in New Zealand. I fucking love New Zealand. You know, but it's not really about moving cities to get away from them. You stop hanging out with them, you know? You can say no. It's practicing saying no. And it doesn't make you a bad friend. You just have different priorities in life. Yeah. I mean spaghetti. I mean eggs. Mimi, I'm curious to see what you look like, Mimi. Hey, bro. Shout out to Kate, my barber. No. YouTube. Jumping in, have a good day out, bro. Hell yeah. We all need a community though. Yeah, but a community of the wrong people is not a good community. Think about that. Well, no. Bro, Chicago. Chicago's crazy, bro. It's beautiful. I don't know. Chase, let's get it, bro. Let's get you in shape, my man. Let's get your confidence back up. Let's get you dialed in, man. There's something beautiful about being disciplined, man. You know?
There's something beautiful about being disciplined and just feeling good about yourself again. Looking in the mirror and feeling proud. Man, you want to be able to look in the mirror and be proud of yourself, man, and that can happen with the right guidance, with the right structure. It goes, my name, Chris, bro, what are you waiting for, bro? What are you waiting for to get help? That's my question. If you know where you want to go, why aren't you asking help to get there? You know? Like, yo, Alvy. Alvy, you ever get that six pack? You know, for like 3 years now. I always rag on Alvy. Alvy has been watching me for a nope, I'm a fat ass. Yeah. So for example, bro, here's a beautiful example. Alvy has been watching me for 3 years. 3 years. And he told me when I first met, he's like, bro, I want to get a six pack. I'm like, bro, I'll get you a six pack. He's like, no, I'm gonna do it. 3 years later, he still hasn't got a six pack. 3 years later, still hasn't got a six pack. I would have gotten a six pack in 3 months. I would have got him a six pack in 3 months. Because I've done it for people. He's not that far off. He's not that far off. Yeah, brother, because I know what you want. You know what you want. And for the last 3 years, you haven't gotten it. So you've wasted 3 years when it comes to your goal of fitness. That's what upsets me. Like, bro, you're wasting 3 years, bro. You could have had your goal that you wanted. Now, if you said, Alex, I don't really want a six pack. That's not my goal or anything. I'm like, okay, cool. There's no reason to rag on you. But I can't sit here and let you fail over and over and over and over again when I know your goal. To the breakup with which kills me every time. No discipline. No, brother, you have discipline. You just don't know how to get there. You know how to drive a car. You know how to buy groceries at the store. You know how to put the groceries in the fridge. You know how to put a pan and cook some food. You know how to put a spoon or fork and eat food. You know how to eat food, cook food. You know how to buy food. You know how to put them in the fridge. You know how to do it. You just don't have the recipe. You learned how to eat. You learn how to read. You learn how to walk. You learn how to drive. You learn how to speak. Because somebody taught you. You don't lack discipline. You don't lack discipline. You lack guidance. Doesn't matter how great of a driver you are. If I put a blindfold on you, you ain't going anywhere. You're gonna crash. And that's you with nutrition. And so you're going to the gym, and you're not getting any closer to your goal for the last 3 years. Like, do you want to continue wasting time? Because to me, it's a waste of time if you're going somewhere and you're not getting the result you want. Time and money. But so Chris, you're not letting go of the breakup, right? Because what do you have to look forward to? Right? You're holding on to the past. You're holding on to the past because maybe you don't like your present. You don't like your current situation, so you hold on to the past. And if you keep holding on to the past, your future is not going to look any different. We tend to hold on to the past when we don't like where we are or who we are. Right? I can get you to a better version of yourself. If you want a better future, starts with today's action. Change. If you want change, you have to make a decision. A decision can change your life. One of my clients, he's like 2 hours away from here. I might see him this weekend. We were talking the other day. He's lost 70 pounds with me. 70 pounds. Right? In the last year now. And he's like, if I would have never reached out to him, if we would have never connected, he wouldn't be where he's at. He said, bro, I feel like a whole new man. I feel like a brand new man. I feel like somebody completely different. It's like I walk with different people, talk to me differently. People are always asking me, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? But if you would have never made the decision to work with me and trust me, and also for himself, man, you got to do this for yourself and your future woman. Right? You're doing this not just for yourself, but for your future woman. She's out there. She's just not going to accept the version of you who you are now. Why would you want to give her this version of yourself when you know you could be better? Now, if you're sitting here and you don't want to be better, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. I'm not going to have this conversation with somebody who does not want to be better. But if you're watching me, then you want to be better, or you wouldn't be watching me. Were you overweight? No, brother, I was never overweight. I was skinny, right? Skinny, weak, low confidence, low self-esteem, but I had the same feelings. Low self-esteem, low confidence. I've been through breakups. Many breakups. Real relationships, situationships, and it's never easy. It doesn't get easier either. So, but I've helped a lot of men who were overweight drop the weight. I've helped a lot of them. And the biggest mistake I've seen them have is just they've tried to lose weight and it didn't work. They tried to lose weight and it didn't work because the formula they were following was never meant for them. It's not your fault that you got the wrong address. You got in the car, you started working out, you just didn't have the right address. Why? Because no one ever taught you. No one ever taught you how to eat right. No one ever taught you how to work out for your specific goals, for your specific starting point. It's not that you're lazy. It's not that you're a failure. It was just never the right address for you. It was never the right recipe. I was able to help him lose 70 pounds in 12 months because I gave him the right recipe. I gave him the right guidance. I showed him what he had to do every single day. And when he started to see that it was working, when he started to like, bro, I'm losing weight, I'm still eating carbs, I'm not doing any fucking cardio, and I'm losing weight, and I'm working out only 15 minutes a day, we broke a limiting belief. He used to think, I have to work out for an hour. He's like, I can't eat, carbs are bad. I have to do cardio. We broke all those limiting beliefs in a matter of 7 days. Worked out for 10, 15 minutes at home, still ate carbs, didn't do a lick of cardio, lost like 2 to 5 pounds. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah. In that moment there, he's been on a roll since then. Give me this toast. One more. Oh yeah. Jason! Yeah, look at this. I'm not even kidding. I'll show YouTube in a second. Look at this. I'll show you. Look at this beautiful. He started with me. Where is it? That's May. Let's go 1 year. Let's go 1 year, right? 1 year ago. 1 year ago, August 12th, 2025, he was 315 pounds. 315 pounds. Look at this trajectory. September, October, November, December, January, February. And these months, the hardest months are fucking the holidays. October, November, December, the holidays are the hardest ones. The hardest ones. And we got all the way, where are we at now?
we're at 243 pounds. 243 pounds in the last year, man. In the last fucking year. Yeah, in the last fucking year. Let's see if I have this. Where is this? Yeah, in the last year, bro. This is where he was at. Let me see if I can upload this. This is where he was a year ago. Where you at? This is where he was a year ago. 315 pounds. 315 pounds. This is where he's at now. He's lost over 70 fucking pounds. And if we look at like the back, this is where he was, man. Now he's a stud. This is a year, bro. Look at this. His kids, man, like he has more energy. Yeah, bro. And literally all you have to do, right, is go to the link, either shoot me a DM or go to the link and check out my website and apply through there. Right? And you too. At one point, he didn't think it was possible. He didn't think he could lose all that weight. And I remember him telling me, bro, I want to be able to take my shirt off next summer. This was August of last year. He's like, bro, all I want to be able to do is take my shirt off next summer. Right? And that's what he did. He went to a water park with his family. Right? Look at this. He went to a water park with his family this year. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look how fucking proud he was. These are his kids. All right? This guy right here was at one point last year, 12 months ago, he was this guy. This guy right here became this man in 12 months. I gotta show YouTube. Oh, YouTube. Right? This man, 12 months. Let me fucking just. This was him 12 months ago. August 15th, 2025. August 15th, 2025. We worked together for the last year. And this was, 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. With his kids and his family, taking his shirt off. Smiling. And that's the difference it makes when you get with the right people, man. You see now why, right? And he's a truck driver, man. Kids. Didn't have all the time in the world. Didn't need all the time in the world. Just needed that support. Someone to show him what to do every single day. Exactly what to eat, how much to eat, when to eat. There was no more guessing. There was no more trial and error. There was no more wasted workouts. There was no more wasted meals. There was no more wondering what's going to work, what's not going to work. He simply just did everything I told him to do every day. You need a test boost at 31? Brother, I'm 31 myself. You don't need a test booster. That 180 grams per day, hanging 4-day split with 3 off. Beautiful, brother. Late night sesh. Good job, brother. I'm proud of you. How are the results coming along? Days, but it's actually pretty good. Yeah. Of course I can help you, my brother. Yeah, dude. I'll call you back. Yeah, brother. I've helped him. I've helped so many different people, bro. Yeah, bro. Listen, brother. If you really want to change, right? If you really want to change, you want to commit to a better life, I can 100% help you. And I can.
No, I don't recommend any peptides, bro. I recommend you work with me, brother. Like, I've been trying to work with you for the last 3 years, bro. And I show you how it's actually done. I don't take any peptides. None of my clients take any peptides. This is just a new thing everyone's taking, bro. People have been in shape way before fucking peptides. People have gotten 6-packs way before fucking peptides. But I've been catching your lives. I definitely feel the burn. Just need to get better at sleep recovery. Days, bench, squats, day. Yeah, brother. Yeah, just stay consistent with it. Stay consistent with it. No, I don't consider peptides, bro. Because if you again, that's like, it's like reading, right? You can either have AI read for you, or you can learn how to read. Imagine not knowing how to read. He said, AI can just read for me. I'm like, bro, why don't you just learn how to read? Takes a little bit longer. Then you'll feel proud of yourself. And you'll feel proud of yourself. Like, what kind of man are you if you can't think you can do this? You can fucking do this. If you have 2 arms, 2 fucking legs, you can do it. If you can buy groceries, you can put them in the fucking fridge. If you can put a pan, put the fire on, and cook, you can do it. If you lost 1 pound, we can get you to lose 30. What foods do you eat to hit your protein goals? I feel like I'm force feeding myself sometimes. If you're force feeding yourself, then don't force feed yourself, brother. Me, I stick to the basics. I personally stick to the basics. Me personally, chicken, beef, eggs. And sometimes I'll play around. Sometimes I'll have some food over here. Sometimes I'll have food over here. I'm not always like eating the same thing every day. I don't eat the same thing every day. I know. I just had fucking toast and some eggs. I just had eggs and ground beef. You know, yesterday, what else? Today I had a little bit of yogurt with a banana and some chia seeds. But it's all understanding how it works, right? But I wasn't like this. I didn't know what the fuck a macro was. I didn't know you couldn't even have honey. It's not that you couldn't have honey. I remember when I had my first coach, he made me have cream of wheat. I'm like, what the fuck is cream of wheat? But okay, like, you know what you obviously know what you're doing, you know? And then I listened to him, and he changed my life. I thought I knew about nutrition. I didn't know squat shit about nutrition. I remember when I first started, he gave me my first meal plan, you know? We sat down, he like, yo, this food, these are cool. And he's like, you're gonna weigh them out. I'm like, what do you mean I'm gonna weigh food out? He's like, I've never weighed food out. I'm gonna shake with banana, crayons, and 25 grams of protein too. That's perfect, bro. That's perfectly fine. And then once I started to weigh my food out, forget it, man. I started to weigh my food out. I started to write how much I was eating. Everything just became more clear. I realized that all the results were in the details. And it wasn't anything out of what I was already doing, really. It was just putting things together in a better order. Again, recipe. You can have all the ingredients. Shit, you can have all the ingredients in your fridge right now to get yourself a 6-pack. But you don't have the recipe. And in what order, how much, when, what. Once you have that, you realize how much easier it really was. But it's simply because you're working with someone that's had experience. It's like, let me put it this way. Me and this fucking dentist sit next to you. You need a root canal, right? You need a root canal. There's a dentist next to me and there's me. He goes first. He does it in 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, bet. I didn't know where the fuck to start. But I know what tooth it is. I know I need to get it out. I don't know how to really get it out. I'm probably gonna fuck it up. How can he do it in 30 minutes? It'll take me, I don't know, maybe I go to YouTube. What if I YouTube how to do a root canal? I can YouTube it. I can go on TikTok, how to do a root canal. But who's gonna have a better chance? The guy who's been doing it for 6 years, who went to school for 6 years, been working now for 10 years, so he's got 16 years of experience, or me who's got YouTube? TikTok, hey, do you know how to do it? Same thing. There's some people that do get themselves in great shape on their own. Congratulations. Right? That wasn't one of me. Like, I had people help me. Right? Good. Jeff Nippard, I'm not a big fan of Jeff Nippard, but he throws out some solid advice, right? The people who started, my friend Chris taught me how to lift. Wrestling coach taught me a little bit more about bodyweight workouts. In high school, I signed up for a weightlifting class. So I literally took a class for a whole year on weightlifting, right? So I actually had coaches teach me how to do deadlifts, how to do squats, how to do bench press, how to do bicep curls. So I, like 16, 17 years old, I took a weightlifting class. From there, I joined the weightlifting team. So I learned even more, you know? And then I met my friend Victor, who taught me a couple of ways of working out. You know? Lord. So all my life, man, I've had instructors. All my life, I was bred in this field. And that's why I've been doing it for so long. I had different coaches, different mentors push me in this field. And that's why when I get people, I can coach them because I've had so much coaching experience. I've had years. Think about it, I had a baseball coach for 8 years, had a wrestling coach for 3 years, boxing coach for about a year, I had a weightlifting coach for a year, bodybuilding coaches for a couple years. And I've been bodybuilding since then. And even now I have a coach who teaches me jiu-jitsu, who's teaching me Muay Thai, who's teaching me MMA. Yeah, as long as I can get a cut. I've always loved having somebody in my life that's helped me. I wasn't a big fan of college. Do you ever get tendon pain in elbow area post curl workouts or any pull type of day in arms? No, dude, maybe once I've had elbow pain, but it's because I never focused on a lot of weight. I focused on weight maybe when I was doing weightlifting, but after 19 years, bro, I don't have tendon pains, bro. My tendons don't hurt because I learned how to lift for my goals. My goal was never to be the strongest. I could give a shit about being strong. I don't care about being strong. I am strong. My boy always said, bro, you're strong as shit. I'm like, yeah, but I don't care to be strong. Number one, because the heavier you lift, the more taxing it is on your elbows. Number two, the people who look the best are not the strongest people. Power lifters. Power lifters are strong as shit. Look at the world's strongest man, right? Look at the world's strongest man. Strongman competitions. They're fat as shit. Strongman competition. They're fucking overweight. Power lifters are not in great shape. Very, very little of them are in great shape because they don't care about aesthetics. They just care about going from A to B. That's it. And that's fine. That's their goal. My goal was to always look good. I just want confidence. Confidence came from the ability to take my shirt off, look myself in the mirror, and be happy with what I see. That has always been my goal. And then on top of that, it's like I want to be athletic. I was just talking to one of my clients. He signed up yesterday or 2 days ago. I'm like, brother, remember our goal. My goal is to turn you into an athlete. I want you to be able to run, jump, move, swim, lift. I want you to be mobile because when you can move, when you can wake up and you can feel 10 years younger, that's freedom. Do you know where I could get something like that? No, brother, I have no idea where you can get this. I'd have to ask my brother. Right? And guys who build muscle over fat? Yeah, build muscle over fat. Yeah. That's never been my goal. I've always liked the aesthetic look. I've always liked the ability to, hey, I'm lean, I look good, abs are there, abs are visible. Yes, you know? And so when I train people, that's my goal for a lot of people that I work with. My goal isn't just to help you lose weight. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel strong in the sense of I feel good in my body. Like if I need to go jog, if I need to go work out, do bodyweight workouts, that adds so much happiness. Me and my boy Victor, we would always go to the beach, right? Facebook. My boy Victor. This is me and my boy Victor, right? This is me and my boy Victor. We're literally the same age. This is my boy Victor, right? That's me and him a year ago, right? He's lifetime natural. He's a lifetime natural. I can't say I'm a lifetime natural because I took steroids in 2019, right? 2019, right? So like, he's 33 now, lifetime natural. And this is us. This was us when we were like 16 years old. This is us when we were 16 years old. We had like no muscle. To get your natural test back, I took ACG for about 3-4 months and then went back to normal. Because I only took gear for like about a year. That's it. I didn't go crazy. Yeah, we were super skinny. Yeah, we were super fucking skinny. Both of us. But we always worked out. This is us at the beach. That's me. That's me and him. We always went to the beach. Or fatties, yeah, pretty much, right? We would go to the beach. And our whole philosophy when we were working out was like, yo, we just like to be in shape. Like, let's go to the beach, let's go do this, right? Our whole thing was like, life is so much more fun when you're in good shape. I need a test booster. No, brother. Like, you feel like you need a test booster, bro. Like, if you're still eating like shit, if you're not working out consistently, if you're having any alcohol, if you're not getting good sleep, that's the only reason your testosterone's down. You ever make anything for low testosterone 20s? I think I was at 300 and doc said it was normal. Brother, fucking train, bro. Training boosts your testosterone. Like, you gotta train. Train, eat right, and then sleep. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Chris, go and book a call, brother. At least take, like, this is where life starts to change when you make the decision. And then when you're aiming to go make the call and to book a call, I want you to think, right? I want you to think about the things that you're actually looking forward to when you're in better shape. You overcome the fear of failure, of criticism, of judgment, of failure by imagining all the great things that are going to happen. Because if you're going to sit here and think about all the things that can go wrong, then you might as well think about all the things that can go right. Because it costs you the same. Don't let your mind play tricks on you. Understand, this is not in control of you. You're in control of it. So all these thoughts are like, what if it doesn't work? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, it's gonna work. I'm gonna make it work. Watch me. Like, if that guy there, Jason, did it, you can do it. You'll have to let go of shitty ways. Yeah. I thought I said slut. Soul tyrant. Soul tyrant? Yeah, you're right, 100%, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Like, this is where change happens, bro. Change happens when you fucking say, yo, this is enough. Fuck this. This is enough. You draw a fucking line in the sand and say, this is enough. I'm done with this shit, bro. I don't want to keep living like this. I want to change my life. And the first step is just taking action, bro. You get on a call with me. We talk about your situation. We map out what the next 3, 6, 12 months look like. We'll map out a game plan. And if at the end of the day, if we're a good fit, if both our values and morals align, then we work together. The worst case scenario, you get on a call and it's like, bro, our values, our morals, and where you want to go and where I think you should go do not align. And so you just go back to living the life you're living now. You lose nothing. But take the opportunity. Take the opportunity to like at least see what we can get done. Yeah, bro, I'm just passionate about this because let me put it this way, right? I'm sitting here soaking up the prevailing wage of $59 an hour. Thank you for me. Yeah, for going live course. Yeah, right? And so, same thing with you, late night Satch, bro. Like, if you've never had a coach, bro, like, go to my website, check out more testimonials. You'll find guys just like you. And so the reason I bring this energy is like, imagine this. Imagine you've helped 15, 20, 30 guys lose 25 pounds, get a six-pack, get their confidence back up. You've helped guys even get girlfriends. I remember one of my clients, he didn't text me back for like 2 days. I'm like, bro, where the fuck you been? He's like, bro, I'm so sorry. Like, I started hanging out with this girl. We were just like there and I completely forgot. I'm like, bro, that's so amazing. That's amazing, bro. You came into my program with no girlfriend, low confidence, low energy. 2 months later, now you're telling me like you're feeling better, you're wearing tank tops, and now you're hanging out with a girl, and that's why you couldn't text me back? Dude, that's all I want for you. That's all I want for you. Good job. I'm proud of you. Like, I'm proud of you. And it's because, and did he have his hiccups? Yeah. That's the thing. There's times where he would mess up. And the crazy part is I tell my clients before they even start working with me. I tell them, I'm like, you're gonna fuck up. Right? You're gonna fuck up. He's like, yeah. I'm like, because I'm giving you permission, you're gonna fuck up. It's okay. Because you're not perfect and I'm not perfect. I don't expect anyone that comes in to work with me to be perfect. I don't. What I do is expect, and this is the rule of thumb that I have, right? Is that we don't go more than 1 or 2 days without getting back on the horse. Because most people's problem isn't that they fucked up and they didn't get back on. It's not that they didn't fuck up. It's that they fucked up and they never got back on track. Because sometimes in your mind, you might be thinking, fuck, I fucked up already. Like, you know, like I'll start next week, or I already fucked up. There's no good. And so you just fucking beat yourself down and you just go off for another week or 2, 3 weeks before you get back on track. Because you're so hard on yourself. And I'm like, no, motherfucker. The people who win long term, they're not the most perfect. They're not even the most disciplined. It's simply when they mess up, they get it and they just get back on track. You know how many times I've quote unquote messed up on my diet? A bunch of times. A bunch of times. Shit, I had fucking Subway the other day. I had fucking diarrhea like the next day. I'm like, fuck, dude, I shouldn't have ate that. But did I beat myself up over it? A little bit. I was like, you dumbass, why the fuck you did? Right. But then I get back on track. Right? I get back on track. But I know how to get back on track. Once I teach you how to get on track, get back on track, stay on track, you'll never be overweight again. Right? That my whole goal isn't to just get you in shape. My whole goal is to get you in shape and for you to maintain it for the rest of your life. I want to get Thomas a train. I love that guy. When I was on call, I was always thinking, yeah, I'm just going to drink all this straight shit to keep awake and then eat all the gas stations because lack of time. Yeah, fuck that, bro. Trust me, I've worked with people who have late night shifts who work this. It's very easy to stop at gas stations or do this, like gas stations, fast food joints. But you know when you're fucking sitting there and you have this stomach right here, you're thinking to yourself, fuck, dude, like, I don't like this thing, right? And you have all these rolls, or when you take your shirt off, you're about to go shower, you look at yourself, and then you don't even want to look at yourself in the mirror. Fuck, dude. How many times have you just taken your clothes off and just jumped right in the shower? Because you know what's going to stare right back at you is something that you're disgusted with. And you're like, fuck, dude, I know I shouldn't fuck. I know I can be better. And that's the fucking one of the most painful feelings. One of the most painful feelings is that you know you can be better. That you know you can. And you're not. Peyton, what's your cardio look like? I don't do cardio. I don't, if I do cardio, it's not to burn body fat. If I do cardio, it's because I enjoy running. I don't make my people do cardio. I had a guy just join me, and he's doing cardio because he enjoys it. Right? I run. Yeah, I'm gonna run today. I'm gonna run with my brother. I'm probably run 3 miles with him. But I'm probably gonna run 3 miles with him. I run like last week. I didn't run at all that week or the week before. I think I ran 2 weeks ago was the last time I ran. Yeah. You got a better mindset than brother. But here's the thing, brother. You can have the same mindset. And that's the most beautiful thing, bro. Because mindset is just learning to choose different thoughts. You don't have to be special to have a good mindset. You have to have good people in your life who teach you how to think a better way. Chris, you can have the life you want. You can have the woman you want, the physique you want, if you simply made the choice to have it. When you decide, I'm going to have this, you start to make the next best choice. Who can help me get this? Nobody does shit on their own like that all the time. Very few people do. I wasn't that person. I sought out help. Did they make you run more than the track team and wrestling back then too? Not really, bro. Not really. It was a lot more drilling. In my wrestling thing, we ran, but we drilled a lot. And we drilled and drilled and drilled and drilled and drilled. Drilling was our biggest thing. On Diet Coke, Coke Zero, that's fine, bro. I drink a lot of Zero Gatorade, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? But we have to remember, what's the most important aspect of getting in really great shape is understanding your macros. It's understanding where your protein, carbs, or fats are coming from. That is the biggest difference. Bro, you are cute and kind. Thanks, bro. I love people. That's my biggest thing. I love people. I have a gift, and I've sharpened that gift. I wasn't always like this, bro. Does running a lot make you lose muscle? It's not that it makes you lose muscle. The body is always about adaptation, right? The body is always adapting. The body's just trying to keep you alive, right? Think about it this way. Why do most people, or maybe you, right? Why do you go towards food when you're stressed out, when you're sad? Because your body just feels in pain. What happens when you eat the ice cream? What happens when you eat the chips? What happens when you eat that sugary food? You feel good. Like your stress goes down. Your anxiety might go down. Your depression goes away for a little bit. And so some people, they go straight towards that. I was on the plane right here. The same battery. On the plane right here. A fucking, ¿cómo se dice? A gynecologist sat next to me, right? A gynecologist sat next to me. And we started talking. We talked for like 3 hours. And she's telling me how like she doesn't like the way she looks. She doesn't like the way she feels. She's like, I gained 50 pounds. You know, and like I help. I'm always working. I bought this machine. I haven't used it. I bought it in 2020. I haven't used it. Like I've done vegan. I've done this. And like it's just none of it's worked. I'm like, you have ever had a coach? Like, no. I'm like, all this time you tried doing all these things. And she's like, all I want right now, she's like, I don't care about my face. I don't care about both. I don't care. I just want to feel myself again. And she's like, I look in the mirror and I feel like, and she kept trying to think of the word to say. I'm like, I feel like you're having an identity crisis. And she looked at me. She's like, I have not been able to put words into how I feel. And that's exactly it. I'm like, yeah, the woman you see in the mirror is not the woman you think you really are. And so when you look in the mirror, you feel this disconnect, this identity crisis. Because who you are now was never who you were in the past. So you have an extra 50 pounds. And so you don't recognize the person in front of the mirror. Because that's not who you were your whole life. And that's what weighs more than the weight is the fact that you look like someone you never wanted to look like. You want to talk about mental health? Is when you can't even look yourself in the mirror and be happy with who you are. Fuck everything else. Fuck everything else. If you can't be proud of the person you see in the mirror, nothing else matters in life. You will not be happy. Because it's you, it's your own, it's the thing that no one can take away from you. You did this to yourself. And so self-love, self-respect, the quality of your life and everything starts there.
To be able to look at yourself and smile. Because that gives you hope. And even seeing the smallest difference, and this is what some of my clients, when they lose that first 2 to 5 pounds within the first week, and like, wow, I lost weight. I'm like, you did. But it's not just that they lost weight, it's how they did it. It's like, I didn't cut out carbs. I'm not doing a bunch of cardio. And it was actually simple. I'm like, yes, because you actually have something that's meant for you. Like, personalization is so crucial. Having a plan personally made for you is what makes it so wonderful. This was designed for you, specifically for you. And when you start to actually follow and you see results because you had something that wasn't generic, it was made for you. And when you have that level of accountability and support, which is what I give, it's like, yes, you can. Get the fuck back up. Yes, you can. Keep going. You're doing great. If anything, I speak more positive to my clients than difficulty. I'm not like, bro, why the fuck? I don't rag on my people. This is the crazy thing. I congratulate them. Good job. You did great today. You did phenomenal today. All right, what was your approach to getting tattoos? Did you see something you liked or a commission off an idea? Yeah, it was either or. I saw certain things I liked, did my own things, saw some other things, and did my own thing. It's being self-conscious for years, and I never knew how to be in. I always think of pain. Right. So, fear. A lot of the reasons we don't do certain things, right? A lot of the things that we do is based around fear. And the reason we don't do it is because of fear. So it's like, for example, thank you for being honest. It's like self-conscious for years, and I never knew how to begin. I always think of pain, right? So it's the fear of like, if I do this, I might hurt myself. So I don't want to start because I don't want to hurt myself, right? And so that fear, so how do we get over that fear? It's like 2 options. You can either try to see like a beginner's workout, and give it a try. Put yourself take the risk, right? Or you work with somebody, right? That has experience and that can help you through the process. So you can minimize the risk of injury. If I'm gonna go do something, I've never done it and I'm scared of doing it, well then I'm gonna go ask for help. Hey, can you help me? I really don't want to injure myself. Can you show me how to do this? You have this much experience, I trust you, You can say, yeah. You can sense who's really a leader. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty badass. Again, like, shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM, or you can go straight to the link in my bio and book a call. Book a call. You can check out my website, check out more testimonials. People just like yourself. I get a lot. Yeah. Yeah, man. And so you'll realize that when you start to actually follow the process and you start to feel better about yourself, you realize that you start to really raise your standards. When I started to first work out and I started to feel better about myself, it's what really kept me away from alcohol. It kept me away from alcohol or the wrong people. Because when you demonstrate that you have a level of self-respect, you don't really attract people who have low self-esteem or low self-respect into your life, How do you stop cravings, bro? So here's the thing with cravings. Usually what I've learned is when you have cravings, you're just not eating right and the right amount of food. Cravings come when I truly believe you lower weight, you eat way too little of food. And because you're not sure what to eat, you're afraid to eat more. And because you're afraid to eat more, you don't eat. And eventually the cravings get so bad that you just give in to the cravings. What's your success rate with clients? I would say 80% of them succeed. I would say 80%. You're always gonna have some of those that don't, because they don't put in the effort, right? They don't put in the effort. I can't force people to do work. But I always say this to you, brother. Are you succeeding now? Right? Are you succeeding or are you failing now? And I tell people, I'm like, if you come in, right? If you come in and you listen to what I say and you communicate, it's one of the biggest things that I say to my people, communicate with me. I can't know what's working, what's not working if you don't tell me. If you don't tell me what's going on, then I can't help you. But I have a lot of testimonials, bro. I have a lot of testimonials. Out of 100 people, 20 won't work out. The other 80, they all do great. Yeah. I'm afraid to fail. I'm like, you're already failing. Think about it that way. That's like the way I'm looking at it. And that's how I've always looked at investing into coaches. I'm like, I'm already not getting what I want. What do I have to lose? Some money? Brother, you can either click the link in my bio, you can also, or you can shoot me a DM. I'll add you as a friend. I followed you. I just followed you. Bro, you once said that guidance is the key to being coached. Yeah, guidance is to being coached. Willingness to be guided, right? Because if you come to me and you're like, dude, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, I'm a bet, right? It's not going to be as difficult as you can imagine. It's just the experience that comes with what I've done. I've been learning how to work out since I was 12. I'm 31 years old. You know, and what I've learned from people is that most of the reason people stay stuck is you overthink it. Did you ever go to school for nutrition and training? Did you ever have, did your parents ever work out or teach you about training? Did any of your friends ever work out with you or teach you how to eat and teach you how to train? Did you ever fucking go to school and understand? Did you ever hire somebody? If you did none of those, how do you actually expect to know what to do? To know what to do and actually to do it, two different things. D. Alex Duenas, it's the same thing as my YouTube. Me. Until they're corrected. Marriage accumulate until they're corrected. Sometimes they're not corrected. Sometimes they're not corrected. I know people who've been out of shape for 20 years. The error was never corrected. Right? I was lusting for years, since I was 16 years old. Like women, like lusting for years. I wasn't corrected till I was like 29. And that cost me a lot of that cost me a lot of negativity. Like that led me to a lot of karmic debt. You for a while, listen to your boy advice. I think it's time. Please help. Yeah, sexy vibes. I love that. Sexy vibes. Here, I'll follow you. I'll follow you back. Yeah. Guys, why do you think I get on here? I want to help you. I can help you. I can guarantee you will feel better than you ever had in your life. Because you finally found someone who understands you. That's the most thing I'm pride myself with. Like, I understand my clients. How do you understand them so well? Because I learned to understand myself. And I learned to work with people. And understand, like, what we actually go through in life. And I've been through a lot of the things that we're not that different. Have you been through a breakup? Have you ever had your heart broken? Guess what? Me too. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and didn't like what you saw? Me too. Have you ever felt like you didn't know what to do when it came to like different things in life and you found a way to do or somebody taught you? Has anyone in your life ever helped you? Have you ever watched a motivational video and it inspired you? I've been there too. Impian as a man, is the entertain mindset a good one or is it not ideal? That's a great question. What's up, brother? I've been working out. Good, bro. How's it coming along? I need to check my phone. Oh, 7%. We might have to go to the office. In your opinion as a man, is the entertain mindset a good one or is it not ideal? So it's a mixture of different. You feel me? I do agree with the working out part. I do agree with like being a good man, right? But if you get too sucked into just watching and not applying it to your life, it's very difficult. I have a really good body. Nice, nice. And it's just like, as a man, what does a man need to do? In my head, like, get guided by God. Just get guided by God. Let me put it this way, right? If you take a guy like Andrew Tate and he sees you, what do you think he's going to respect of you? Say you have nothing to your name. What's respectable though? But if you wake up early, but if you're getting in better shape, if you're reading the word, even if you're reading the word, reading the word's impressive. Like, yeah, I wake up and I read my word, you know, and then you're out here and just, even if you're working at whatever job, it's all your attitude. Motivation, but motivation doesn't get anything done, brother. Use the motivation I'm giving you right now to take action. Because if you're just chasing motivation, then you're just chasing a feeling. You just want to feel better. But you need to fucking get uncomfortable for things to actually change, brother. The change you're looking for, the growth you're looking for will never come packaged the way you want it. You're never going to get to become the man that has a girl that he's proud of around his arm until you go through the pain that creates the change. Now, the more you avoid the pain, the more pain you're going to feel on the other side. Take action, bro. Take action. Don't wait, bro. And my nephew, so my sister can work, and I also work. And if I take care of my nephew, so my sister can work, and I also work, then you're being a great man. You're being a great man. No, bro, never, bro. If anything, I'm doubling up on my lives, bro. I'm doubling up on my lives. My 2 phones are gonna fucking die. Oh, my knees. Chargers. One charger. Two chargers. Oh, that's so cool. It's so cool. Hold on. No, it's not gonna work. I didn't charge my phone. Okay, hold on. Hold on, my friends. Yeah, I might start, I'll have to figure that out. But if there's a will, there's a way. How Gates was big and he went through the fire and now he's a shape. Yeah, dude, I mean, because he realized, you know, he realized how important it is to get in shape, bro. Kevin Gates, he's talking about Kevin Gates. Bro, I wish there was a way to hold these 2 phones, but I didn't bring my other fucking, I didn't bring my fucking other motherfucking, hold on, I'll figure this out. I always do. I always find a way. Let me find a way to get some water, though. Yeah, I mean, this is how I do business. And I keep teaching you, man. Yeah. I admire the discipline as well, you know? Ha! And then I'll bring my laptop. Maybe if I can just, yeah, perfect. I have. There we go, that's better. My bad. That's better, my bad. So,
can you lead us in a short prayer?
Brother, I would. But listen, brother, like you want prayer, you want this, bro. Take action, bro. No, bro. Go click the link in bio and go book a call. Because if I leave here and I just make you feel good, but you don't take action, then I didn't really help you. Like nothing's gonna change your life if you don't make a difference, if you don't make a new decision. And that's what I really want you to understand. I know what it's like to enjoy motivation. Like I enjoy motivation, trust me. I enjoy being motivated. I enjoy getting somebody, but sometimes we're just waiting to get ready. You're just waiting to be ready. You're never gonna be ready. You're never going to be ready. Because it's going to feel uncomfortable. Because here, this is what's happening, okay? You're on this path, and the result you're getting, you're not happy with. Let's take your body. You're not happy with your body. Every day you wake up at a certain time, probably the same time, you eat almost the same thing. Like you typically, if you are not losing weight, gaining weight, you're eating pretty much the same thing, the same amount of macros that has gotten you this body. So you're on this path. And even though you don't like it, it's comfortable. It's comfortable because it's predictable. So that's why you stay there, because the mind likes predictability. Because if it can predict it, it can be ready for it. So that's why you stay feeling this, even though you don't like what you look like, you don't like how you stay in it because it's familiar, it's comfortable. Now, to get to where you want to go, it means you have to get off the path you're on and onto a new path. And the new path is unknown. You have no idea what's gonna happen. And so your brain will do everything in its power to avoid getting on that path. Even though you know consciously you want to feel better, you want to drop the weight, you want to gain your confidence back, you want to go on dates, you want to wear your new clothes, you want to take your shirt off. But because you're afraid, because your body's like, damn, like we don't know what's going to happen. You will sit in the comfortability and be like, not right now, like maybe tomorrow, like I know I got to do this. I just got to get this done. And you will you will rationalize with yourself why right now is not the right time. And when you rationalize with yourself, you're just telling yourself rational lies. And things do not get better. They just get worse. So how do we make that leap? By realizing something. That if you don't change, things will not get better. They will only get worse. That's what happens for most people. Look where you were 2 years ago. Now imagine the next 2 years. If nothing changes, the next 2 years are going to look exactly like the last 2 years. Do you want that to happen? Because that's most likely what's going to happen. You're just going to repeat the last 2 years again.
And also, why does someone is YOLO train? Yeah.
Right? Hold on. Let me finish this. Let me finish what I was saying. So, how do we? Right. So how do we get ourselves to make the change? By thinking more of what's possible instead of what can go wrong. Because if you always look at what can go wrong, you will scare yourself to stay the same. If you always think about what if this happens, if you think about all the negative things that could happen, you will consistently convince yourself that it's better to stay where you're at. Psychology is the key. This is the psychological warfare. This is the psychological warfare. So Chris, when you tell me, say a prayer for us, what you're looking for is strength. What you're looking for is more faith. What you're looking for is for it to be easier to jump. It will not be easier to jump. It's not going to be easier to jump. And here's the truth. You think that discipline is painful? Wait until you feel how much regret, how painful regret is. The fact that there's someone out there with less talent than you dating the girl he actually wants to date. There's a guy out there with less talent than you who's walking around with his shirt off, who's happy with his life, not because he's smarter than you, not because he's stronger than you, just because he simply had the courage to make the jump. It doesn't cost you anything to have courage. I was kind of discouraged by the fact that DJ Khaled had been working out for 3 years and he looks the same. Just because you've been working out for 3 years doesn't mean you're actually doing it correctly. People work all their lives and they never get financially free. People work all their lives and they never get financial freedom. They're making money, wow, they never became financially free. Just because you're working out doesn't mean you're gonna. DJ Khaled, he's been out of shape. Yeah, because he's not doing what he actually needs to do. Somewhere in there, he also believes that he either doesn't deserve it, or he's worthy of it, or it's not possible. Right? DJ Khaled's a waste of space. We took them. No, I don't want to say he's a waste of space. Like, it's not. Like, he's not. I ain't gonna talk shit on someone like that. He's doing, but he's obviously not doing what he needs to do. Right? Simple as that. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding. Where's my fucking... I just showed you one of my clients, right? I just showed you my clients who lost 70 pounds. Give me DJ Khaled for fucking 3 months. I'll help him lose 40 pounds. He's going has the biggest enemy. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter though, right? It doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter whether he has an ego. It doesn't. What matters is you, right? It's easy to talk about somebody else and why they're not losing weight. It's easy to sit here and talk about why this famous person. Forget him. I don't really give a fuck about him. I'm not here talking to him. I'm here talking to you. I'm here talking to you. He has an ego because he's here. Rihanna, you fucking have an ego. You won't even work out and drop the sugar. Like, get out of here. Right? All you do is win. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But hate on his money. Hate on the house he lives on. Can't. Right? You see how no matter how successful someone gets, people will find a way to hate on something that somebody doesn't have. What about the, no matter what. Well, what about the energy of the soul? What about it, bro? The soul is always speaking to you. Your soul is always speaking to you. Your soul wants to live in something healthier, right? Ethiopian Bible? No. All right, let me get my fucking, I want to start my música. Fuck you, Rox. He did say I didn't lose weight because all I do is win. Do you think it's cringe, or do you actually think people should realize? How old are you, brother? Like, DGAF, how old are you? No, I told myself, where am I? Yeah, I'm over here. What time is it now? It's 11? Yeah, fine. The soul tells the body what to do. No, motherfucking, the serpent, God, and the soul are always talking. Right? Fucking the serpent tells you to have an extra fucking piece of chocolate. Right? The flesh. Do you take pre-workout? No. I do coffee. Yeah, I do. Like last night, I fucking motherfucker, bro. I had a 4-hour drive yesterday. I ate twice yesterday. I had a 4-hour drive. I had a 3.5-hour plane ride. And then I had a 2-hour fucking Uber ride to my brother's place. I was traveling for 9 hours yesterday. I get to my brother's place fucking starving. I had fucking pretzels on the fucking plane. What's up, Rancho? Had pretzels on the fucking plane. I'm like, bro, I'm starving. I've had no food. I get to my brother's house. He has a bowl of ground beef and rice for me. I fucking get that shit. I'm like, give me some fucking coffee. It's like 6 p.m. I'm like, give me some coffee, bro. Like, I need coffee. And I get some coffee and we fucking head out to the fucking gym. We hit a fucking chest workout. We called my father, we called my grandma, we called my mother. We went on a walk. It was beautiful, bro. Went on a beautiful walk. And came back. I made some eggs and some more ground beef. And I had some. Does the coffee dehydrate you? No, bro. You're fucking fine as long as you're drinking water, dude. No, coffee's fine, dude. Coffee's a beautiful thing. Fuck what anyone tells you. Fuck what anyone tells you. Coffee's beautiful. I'm sorry, bro. Sorry, but no, bro, dude, don't ever think you're annoying me at all. Not at all. I'm just trying to see perspective where you're at. 25, the YOLO thing. I don't think the YOLO thing is bad, but you have to understand what you want. You feel me? What about espresso? Espresso, none of it. All of it's fine, bro. Coffee is fine, brother. Coffee has been around for centuries. Coffee has been around for centuries, right? It's been around forever. Coffee's great, right? I'm probably one of the very few people who will. It says Veni Vidi Vici. It says I came, I saw, I conquered, and this wasn't my original idea. I got this tattoo idea from this guy named Z-Y-Z-Z. I first heard of him when I was 16 years old, and he changed my trajectory for life. This guy changed my life. His name was Z. Rest in peace. He died. He died because he had heart failure, heart something, right? But he changed my life, man. He really, really changed my life. He taught me something that a 16-year-old, it was good and bad. He taught me, as long as you're shredded, you can get away with anything. Right? That was the biggest lesson he taught me. Like, all you need is a tan, get shredded, and work out with your buddies. And that man put me on to thinking such a different way. And I literally engraved in my head that as long as I'm shredded, I can get away with anything. I would walk around everywhere pretty much shirtless. Like, I walked around with such not ego, but confidence. I wouldn't call it ego as much, but I just had a lot of fucking confidence in my head. Like, with women, meeting people, like, I just didn't care. I'm like, bro, I'm in great shape. Forget about it. Yeah, coffee is better than energy drinks, right? I used to think all the W guys actually worked out. Instead, they're on gear. No, brother, but you just can't take gear and not work out, bro, and expect to have a good body, right? If steroids is all you needed, you can just take steroids, sit on the couch, and be lazy and not look good. You still need to work out. What's your height? I'm 5'7", bro. I don't have insecurity about my height at all, bro. I'm not insecure about my height, about my nose, about anything. The only thing I was insecure about was my calves. Fuck! Do you believe you have to track to stay shredded, or just have knowledge of what you're eating? You have to track. You have to track. If you've never been shredded, it's like trying to get to a destination, and hey, once you get to Colonial, make a left, and then make a right, and then go straight, and then stop at the stop sign. Like, tracking is not as difficult as you think it is. Only reason is because no one's taught you. Is tying your shoes difficult? No, but you didn't know how to tie your shoes at one point. Oh, throwing the calves. My calves are small. But now I really don't care, right? I really don't care now because I'm lean down. You moved? No, I'm in Chicago, brother. What's up, Dixie? Do girls approach you when you're shredded? Yeah, 100%. If you also release that energy. Like, now, not as much because I don't release that kind of energy. I do get compliments at times, but girls don't come up to me like that because I don't release that type of energy. For the national? No, I'm actually here to visit my brother. He needed some brother time, so I came up to visit him. Also, if someone has no neck, is that just genetics or is it because they're big? No neck? Yeah, I mean, shit, dude. They might be overweight, bro. No neck. Yeah, that's how it is. Good morning, Alicia. Buenos dias. Yeah. But it's also the energy you give off, man. It really is. Neck issues or posture? No, if they have a skinny neck, I mean, if they have a no neck, it's probably because they have double chins. Yeah. It's one of the best things that you really enjoyed with getting in shape. I would say the ability to like really be me, you know? And when you have very low self-esteem or you're insecure, you tend to hide a lot. And so you really don't want attention. You know? So you didn't really allow yourself to be who you really want to be. And to be more sarcastic and not so serious when talking to girls. Yeah, 100%. Sarcasm is the best. Yeah, I like being sarcastic. You don't bully them, but you're just kind of mean to them in a playful way, you know. But that comes with confidence as well. Bear, what do you do, Bear? Hello, Alondra. How are you, Alondra? Man. Chokers don't be eating because to where it comes to, you gotta be skinny. Not necessarily. I mean, I've seen people else wear chokers. Chokers, that's crazy. It's that fantasy type shit. Yeah, man, and it's like when you get in better shape, like a lot of single guys, right? A lot of single guys, it's like you're looking for something. You're never not looking for a partnership. Like, in the sense of like, if something good comes along, you're gonna be open to it at times. But I think what's helped me in my life, I was single for like 5 years. But me and my brother were talking about this. I've always had someone in my life because it's important to have that level of chemistry, I believe. Yeah, I do. It's just fashion. Yeah, Rihanna's right. Yeah, it's just fashion. No usually means there's like, no. I'm gonna drink my fucking water, bro. So I can have a good lift today. I really don't like this song, honestly. Why not? We'll do this. No, it's not. They're not all sluts. I think I can go downstairs. I can charge my phone. I have to charge my phones. I'm not one of those body positive people, but is it fair to say that a chubby dude can get girls also by being confident and charismatic? That's the other way. I mean, just look at Ariana. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. A guy who's overweight can still get a girlfriend. Absolutely. There's many guys who are overweight and have girlfriends. But that's not all. That's not what it's all about, though. You feel me? What it's really about, it's like being honest with yourself. You know, when you look at yourself and think, man, I really want to get in better shape. Thoughts on getting engaged? Thoughts, for sure. How do you prevent muscle injury and spasms? How do you deal with them? Good morning, brother. What's up, Alexis Fit? How do you prevent muscle injury? First way to prevent muscle injury, brother, is that you just learn to lift more with the focus of time under tension. I've had 2 major injuries in my life. I've been working out for like 19 years, brother, and I've had 2 major injuries. I tore my hamstring, and then I tore something in my shoulder. And I had a small tear here already, and I just pushed it. My shoulder, I wasn't sleeping as much. I was doing a lot of behind the heads. I was just doing a lot of I was just pushing my body too much where it fucking failed on me. So the key to being injured, but I've had knee injuries and back injuries, but I've always looked at a chiropractor and I learned from my mistake. I'm like, why is this happening? So another way to prevent injuries is to understand, how do injuries happen? You know, I don't deadlift anymore. I foam roll. I work the IT band to help my knees. And I don't lift heavy. Bodybuilders, they are strong, but they never focus on being the strongest. My goal right now to get this physique is time under tension. It's how much can I squeeze? When I do a chest press, it's not this. It's here, here. The more I can contract, the more I can actually put blood flow, the more muscle I'm gonna actually build. The chest doesn't know whether it's 225 or 135 pounds. If it's under stress, if it's under tension, it has to grow. So I don't lift heavy. I really don't, right? And also, in your opinion, is it understandable if you take TRT to not feel weak or frail? No, brother. I don't think TRT is necessary unless you really, either you go to a doctor or something like that. I don't really recommend TRT. Before you do TRT or anything like that, do the things that create testosterone. By first eliminating what lowers your testosterone. Lack of sleep, not working out, eating fucking shitty ass food, fast food, right? Sugary stuff. Like all these things lower your testosterone. So, if you focus on sleep, working out consistently, getting vitamin fucking D, get out in the sun, don't eat fast food, drop the sugar, you will see an increase in your testosterone. I heard gooning is hella bad too. Yeah, bro, I mean, it doesn't help. I mean, go a week without fucking, like, letting your semen go. Go a week without it. You'll see how much more frustrated you are. Go 2 weeks without it, 3 weeks without, on semen retention, unless you have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whatever it might be. Like, go on semen retention. Go for a week. Watch how fucking frustrated you get. Watch how, like, fuck, dude. You know, watch out 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What if there's no sun? That sucks. Take vitamin D. Supplements. Vitamin D is one of the most not underrated, but the least people have. People are very vitamin D deficient. All the D's, you know? Did a good job. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. It's in the UK. I know that sucks. I don't know why you just moved to the States, Rihanna. You'll enjoy the States more. Just don't go to Chicago. Go like to Florida or California. Or Texas. Fine, the beard's back. What up, Nick? I know, bro. There's times I have my beard. There's times I don't have my beard. All depends. Do you like the red meats like steak or lean meat better than chicken? Yeah, I love them all, bro. I love red meat. I love chicken. Yeah, bro. Oh, hell no. Texas is hot as hell. Florida's hot as hell. But we got the sun. I'm going to go walk out there soon. Arizona's hot as shit, bro. Arizona's super fucking hot. No. They bring along. Fuck no, I'm not bringing along. Leon stayed with Carol. It feels like the Ogas or something with the humidity. Yeah, the humidity is pretty bad. But I like Florida. I like Florida. Fucking Chicago in the summer is beautiful, man. Yeah, bro, like before you get off, go to the link and book a call. What's worse, humidity or intense heat? I don't know, I think intense heat. Because I went to California one time and I was up north California and it was like 105 degrees, 110 degrees, and it was dry heat. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Bro, I'm used to the heat, but dry heat is horrible, dude. Have you ever been to New York City? Yeah, I don't like New York City. I think New York City is fucking dirty as shit, dude. It's just me. I don't really like New York City.
What? I just really don't. I just really don't really like it. Why don't you really like it? I don't know. The vampires in clubs in New York City. The vampires. Any last question? I think I'm gonna head out soon. Yeah, that's pretty much. What about St. Petersburg? St. Pete's not bad, right? St. Pete's not bad. St. Pete, Tampa, Clearwater, they're all beautiful. All of them. No, I'm not leaving yet. No, I'm not leaving yet. Have you read your Bible? I had my Jesus calling. I brought my Jesus calling to my brother's house. Yeah, I always have something, either my Jesus calling or I have the Bible with me. Because it's my faith, man. I practice my faith. Faith helps you stay. Faith gives you strength, man. Scripture gives you strength. It helps you not go towards the temptations of the day. Because that's all we live. We live day to day, hour by hour, minute by minute. And so, and girl into Christianity. I'm not turning her into Christianity, but I'm getting her closer to God. Yeah. Visited Florida, I visited Plantation. I like it. Plantation's nice. Plantation's nice. That's between the Bible and Jesus calling. You know, the Bible, so here's the thing. I believe, and this is just my belief, okay? The Bible has wisdom. The Bible has wisdom. And so when you take a passage, right, like Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a hope in the future. So the Bible has these verses that you can get. And the whole thing is, it's just applicable to your life in whatever moment you're going through. When I was going through breakups, when I was going through business struggles, when I was going through not understanding, or maybe I was going through an injury, you know, that quote, that Bible verse, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. I hung on those words because I didn't know what was happening. Another one is like, lean not on your own understanding. Like, don't lean on your understanding. Don't try to understand what I'm doing, especially in times of like uncertainty. How am I gonna make it through this season of my life? What's gonna happen? Why is this happening? Where did I go wrong with lean not on your own understanding? And so in those moments in my life, like, I hang on those words. And so that's what the Bible, in my opinion, is for. It's like the Bible gives you wisdom, because if you can learn to make better decisions in life, then you will ultimately create a better life. And so for me, I read scripture because it gives me the strength I need to continue moving forward in my life. We will always have problems. We will always have problems. Whatever it might be, business problems, relationship problems, faithful problems, you know, we will. And so how do we, and in those moments, what we decide to do really determines the quality of our life. You're going through a breakup. If you go towards the alcohol, it's gonna numb you. But you're gonna have a hangover, and then you're gonna get more depressed, and then you're gonna drink again, and then you're just gonna fucking, who knows, you might just drive, you might lash out. Like, so in moments like tough times like that, are you going to listen to the serpent? Are you going to listen to the negative thoughts that are telling you, go drink, go smoke, go do drugs, go hook up with this person, fuck everything, you don't need this, like. And so the Bible, what it does, it reminds us that God is in it for us, that it's happening for us, not to us. But if you're not feeding your mind, if I'm not feeding my mind those positive words, those reminders, it's very easy for me to turn the other cheek and just listen to the serpent, who the only way the devil can get to us is through our mind. It's through our mind. He's the one that puts in those imaginary evils. But what if I start working with Alex and I don't do it? I won't lose weight and I lose money. Or what if I'm never going to be able to lose this weight? What if I'm never able to get this girl? What if I'm just not worth it? It's not going to work for me. These are all these negative thoughts.
And so the Bible, what it does is like, it reminds me of like, these are the words that are going to encourage me. These are the words that are going to instill, whether they're real or not. Like, because I'm not going to be like, oh, the Bible is the real thing. I can't sit here and be honest with you, be like, the Bible is fucking real. I'm like, it's been tampered with. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have some really, really good advice. It has amazing advice. And so when you have that, when you take that wisdom like that, that's, that's not a bad advice. That's not bad advice. I'm gonna take it. And so that's the Bible, and it's very difficult to read unless you have someone to guide you. And so I don't really read the Bible. I have certain parts of the Bible highlighted to remind me. We don't need to be taught as much as we need to be reminded. Leads to depression. Yeah, self-doubt leads to just more decisions than thinking negative. I don't think we will always have problems, just sometimes. No, I think we always have problems. And there's nothing wrong with having problems. I don't think problems are a bad thing. You have a problem with your weight? Perfect. Time to fucking start learning how to eat and train. You have a problem with your finances, your business? Perfect. Time to go help more people. Time to develop a new skill. Having a relationship problems? Perfect. Time to understand what it's like to communicate. Time to fucking learn how to listen, or to whatever it might be. Having problems with spirituality? Perfect. Time to dig deeper. You know? My ear. 41. It's technically 12, yeah, my place. Yeah. ¿Qué tú vas a hacer? Pues, I do want to go to a coffee shop. Okay. I'm gonna head out. I'll probably be back later, maybe, I'm not sure. But listen, don't wait. Make the decision to get the help. I can help you. Go click the link in my bio, check out my website, apply, book your call. Don't wait another day. If you want to see the change, make the change today. You've been wanting to make the change for the last week, year, 2 years, 3 years. If any of the words that I've said have hit you, that have made you think differently, right? That's just the tip of the iceberg of what I can do for you. All right? Love y'all. I'll see you guys later. Los quiero mucho. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, everybody. Again, you guys can click the link in my bio, in my YouTube description. Check out my website or even my podcast. Okay? Los quiero mucho.